Hello! Hello, everybody. Oh my god. Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome. All right. How exciting is this? Let me talk to you about this for but a moment. All right, so this game is called Burn the Midnight Oil. Oh, we have to be so professional because, oh my god, I applied to play the early access to this game and I was selected. Oh my god. I was selected. I have been eyeing this game for quite a while. There is a character in this game who I saw, and like, not to be dramatic, it was kind of love at first sight for me. So I started following the development, and I hear this game has some vampires and some other supernatural people and stuff here and there. I am so very excited for this. I was selected to collaborate with Burn the Midnight Oil to stream their early access, and the demo's out now. The demo is out, so if you want to play this yourself, go to itch, go to Steam, Burn the Midnight Oil. It is linked in the YouTube, it is linked in my description. I can link you everywhere. They have a Kickstarter. Go support that Kickstarter. Go support that Kickstarter. I am so excited about this. I am so excited about this. This is actually, like, for real, so cool. I'm so glad I can do this. You want to play it yourself, you can go and play this yourself. But yeah, this is like legit kind of one of the coolest things. I'm so excited to play this game. I know I've been away for a little while. There's been some stuff. I'll talk about that later because, oh my god, it's vampire time. What the heck? Let me link. Can I copy the text in my thing and link it on Twitch too? Let me link this on Twitch. Please let me link this on Twitch. Paste. That did not work. Probably because I'm not logged into Twitch. Oopsie. Just go follow these people everywhere, please. Foxglove Games. We love Foxglove Games. We love them. The game looks interesting. Yes. So let me talk about it. As you will probably see, it is a visual novel romance kind of thing, and there are two protagonists. And from what I understand, the story is different depending on which protagonist that you choose. I'm blocking the screen a little bit. There are some characters over here. There we go. Over there. On this guy's. Can you see my mouse? You can't see my mouse. Should see my mouse. Dang. This guy over here on the right side, I'm pretty sure his name is Dante. I might be wrong about that. I feel as though I'm not going to pronounce Miss Vampire over here's name. Her name, I believe, is Circe, C-I-R-C-E. It's a visual novel romance about vampires, and there's multiple endings, and it's not just about vampires. There are other supernatural things involved. I'm sorry, I'm flubbing this. I'm so excited. Can you tell how excited I am? It's supernatural, romance, visual novel. It is right up my alley, dude. And oh, I am so excited to get into it. I'm going in. I've really only seen their characters that they've been posting on Twitter and stuff. Go follow them on Twitter. I've really only seen their characters that they've been posting, and I'm kind of going into this blind, and I haven't quite watched any trailers, which I did purposefully because, I don't know, I saw the characters and I saw the premise of the game, and that was enough for me. So I am gonna play this game. I might turn my reactive light off because it may make me purple the entire game, which I mean is fine, but all right, let's get the freak into it. I'm excited. Oh, you can see my mouse. All right, yeah. This guy, we're gonna be playing as her. Cause she's a vampire and I'm a vampire. So, all right. What? New game, all right. I would like to play as Cirque. Type vampire! Oh my god! All right, what do we got? Beaumont Museum explosion. Staff baffled by surprise gas leak. Thorn investigation. Nocturne. Lame. We hate this guy. Ooh, okay. Okay. She's a private investigator. Okay. Oh, dude. I'm so excited. Shut up. Okay. I have to pull it together. For 2 decades, Cirque stalked the streets of North Haven as a private investigator, accompanied by her sidekick, Edgar. Okay, wait, hold on. I can't get excited. We haven't met Edgar yet. I cannot. Okay. She mostly deals with trivial jobs like catching cheating spouses, finding missing pets, and slaying vampires. Oh, what? But she's a vampire. Oh. Slaying vampires. Okay. In recent years, Cirque's lost her passion for detective work, but the city isn't done with her just yet. She's approached by 2 different clients looking for the same person. She decides to take this one last case. Okay, let's go. Somewhere. Don't remember the month, 1968. Okay. Ooh. Something not quite human sits on the edge of a stranger's bed, leisurely lapping at the blood coating her fingertips, savoring her leftovers. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, she turns her head to stare at tonight's meal. A handsome man currently lost inside his dreams. She wants to be certain she's not imagining the steady rise and fall of his chest. The last thing she— oh my gosh, my phone is blocking the last thing she needs is a trail of bodies leading them to her. But even the imprints of her teeth on his fair skin have already faded. When he wakes up tomorrow, his memories of the entire night, of her too, will be gone. He'll go on with his life like he never met her. He'll get married, have a kid or 2, grow old, die. She'll remember him for a while, but she won't be sad about it, or miss him, or ever ponder what could have been. He's not the first male whose bed she's seduced herself into, and he could never be the last.
Me dear, what's up?
Ooh! Thank you for the sub! Thank you! So pretty. Her eyes trace the stranger's features one last time, searching in vain for a different face. His face. Ooh! Ooh, I'm so excited. Had to pick up a founder badge. Yee, thank you! Ooh. Oh my goodness, hold on. Moving the tab around too much. Before your humanity was stolen from you, could you have been anything like this man? Or have you always worn your penchant for destruction with unbridled pride? When the stranger stirs in his sleep, she accepts that he won't find whatever she is looking for here. That she won't find whatever she is looking for here. I think I followed the day after your last stream. Ooh, thank you! After JLP showed off your model! Oh yeah, my full body stream that I did with the yes, with the maid outfit. Yes, she designed me a lovely maid outfit. Yeah. The time has come to part ways. Sweet dreams, Arthur. Ooh. At least she thinks that was his name. I love it. Maker. It is midnight and I am writing to you from yet another city whose name I couldn't be bothered to learn. I'm not sure what day it is or how long it's been since I bid you goodbye for the last time. Maybe it's been days, maybe it's been weeks, maybe it's even been years. Since your death, I haven't had anywhere to call home. I only stay in one place long enough to take shelter while the sun is out, and then I'm back on the prowl. It's mostly men. I desperately want them to remind me of you, even though none of them look anything like the you I knew. Love your voice? Oh my god, thank you! Thank you. I don't get that a lot, so thank you. Living or dead, I suspect... sorry. I suspect no one will ever remind me of you. I should probably be grateful for that, shouldn't I? Maker. I have taken to hunting every night just to keep sane, but I don't think it's working. I fear I might have lost my mind long ago without noticing. At least I don't think I'm making things worse. At least I'm keeping busy, which means I have less time to think. That's a good thing. If I think too hard or too long, I'll start thinking of you. I make bad decisions when I think of you. Have a good whatever time it is, and good luck with whatever you're doing, and thank you for dropping in. Also, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Maker. Remember how you always used to say that creatures like us weren't made for rules? I always disagreed, but only out of spite. We both knew you were right. Turn the music up just a little bit. Oh, I missed a sentence. I always dragged something, I'm sorry. I hate being told what to do. I hate it so much I'll fuck everything up for myself just to do the opposite. I miss it now, though. If you were here, I wouldn't have these doubts. I wouldn't have to worry about right or wrong. You would make all the decisions. You alone would be responsible for the terrible, terrible consequences of our actions. Without you, I find that I'm no longer just lonely. I'm alone. You promised me even death could never part us. So why didn't you take me with you? Shit. She slinks away from the crowd, seeking shelter in the shadow of the nearest alleyway. Shit, shit, shit. So this is it? All those years led to... this? She's still doing the exact same bullshit she used to do when she was trailing after him. Only now she's doing it alone. And to what end? What is the point of living like this? Hell, can you even call it living? What? She almost doesn't dare say it. What if I just ended it? She's already died once. Her second death doesn't even have to count. Some might call it suicide, but Cirque gave up on heaven a long time ago. If such a place even exists, she was barred from entry many murders ago. All things must end someday anyway. Perhaps it's my turn now. That thought brings her a strange sense of peace. She slows her heart down, leans her head back against the brick wall, and just listens. She hears traffic. She hears laughter. She hears music. She hears colleagues stumbling to their next bar, arguing over who owes the next round. She hears couples spilling out of the cinema, giggling and necking and whatever couples do. Hello, welcome in! For anybody just coming in now, let me give you all the rundown. I was given the wonderful opportunity by Foxglove Games to stream this lovely game, Burn the Midnight Oil, and I'm very, very, very excited to be able to do so. Go follow them on all of their socials, on Twitter. Go wishlist this game on Steam. Go wishlist it on itch. Go follow their Kickstarter. Go back their Kickstarter. This is a wonderful, lovely game, and I just realized my chat is cutting it off a little bit, but, you know, this is a wonderful, lovely game I have just started like 1 second ago, and I have been eyeing this game forever, and I'm so freaking excited to be able to play this game. What the hell? I was given an early access demo, and the regular demo is out now, so you can go and play it yourself. Oh my god, how exciting is that? How fun is that? How awesome is this? How awesome is this? How awesome is this? I applied to be game. I get to play game early. Yay! Okay. Okay. If she really strains her ears, she can even hear a couple of homeless drunks laughing their asses off over a joke that definitely doesn't deserve such unfiltered glee. It all sounds like life. Hold on, I have to... Fuck. Fuck. All these years. And she's ready to kick the bucket because what? Because he is gone? She can't even make it a year without him. How's that fair? It's not fair. It's not fair at all. It's stupid, and worst of all, it's humiliating. Posture check. Ugh. I am slouching a little bit. She's mourned enough, doubted her decisions enough. She wants to live, so she's going to live. Yeah, that's right. She'll keep going out of pure fucking spite if that's what it takes. Oh! Something drives through her chest, narrowly missing her undead heart. Thump. Oh. Oh. There's a heartbeat. Beating so violently it has to hurt. Takes her longer than it should to remember that it can't be hers. Hello? Her eyes shift from the improvised stake in her chest to the man responsible for it. Perhaps he's more of a boy than a man. He can't be a lot older than she was when she was changed. Not that any of that matters right now. A stake to the heart? How medieval of you. The boy doesn't respond. He's busy watching in horror as she rips the stake out of her chest. She doesn't flinch at the pain. It's there, like an incessant little bug, but it doesn't really hurt. Never does anymore. If I may offer you some advice for next time you try to murder one of us, don't bother with the classics. Crosses, garlic, and all that nonsense, none of it works. Except the sun, but she's not stupid, so she's omitting that part. Don't be afraid. She takes a step forward. He's trembling now, but still not a word. You're the one who tried to kill me. Shouldn't I be the one to fear you? She catches her hand right before it touches his face. She hadn't even realized she was reaching for him. It's a bad habit of hers. She's always cold, so she's always reaching for warmth. Ah! I love this game! What the fuck? I'm so excited. I may have to turn my reactive light off. It might be a little bit too much. Why don't we play a game? Why don't you guess what can kill me? She doesn't like the silence. She wants to make him talk. If you get it right, I'll even reward you. Generous, no? More silence. This isn't some trick. I find you vaguely entertaining, so I intend to let you keep your life either way. Still silent. She stomps her foot, frustration seeping through. You're not gonna talk to me at all? He's not even meeting her eyes anymore. She follows his gaze downwards. Ugh, men. Interesting choice of priorities. Checking out my boobs at a time like this. What? No, that's vile. I would never do that. He speaks. Well, now I'm offended. What's wrong with my boobs? Oops. Nothing. I think. I mean, I wouldn't know because I wasn't looking at your chest area. I'm not that kind of a man. Then what kind of a man are you? He ignores the question. I was looking at that. He gestures wildly to the hole in her chest. Oh. Rather, where the hole used to be. Less than a minute ago. It's already healed, like it was never there. Another reason luck isn't on your side tonight. I just fed. What? I just fed, so I heal faster. The blank, stupid look on his face is oddly endearing. Do you know nothing about our biology, idiot? What did you say to me? I called you an idiot. Would you like me to repeat that? He whips out the knife she already knew he was hiding in the pocket of his coat. Don't patronize me! He points the blade at her. Or call me an idiot. If you behave like an idiot, I'm going to call you an idiot. Simply smarten up if it bothers you. You think I care what you think of me, leech? Evidently, you're not particularly good at hiding your thoughts. Why are you dragging this out? I'll never beg a vampire from my life if that's what you're waiting for, so just kill me and be done with this already. Ugh. She sort of, kind of, not really tries to stifle her laugh. It pisses him off even more. What's so funny? Sorry, it's just your accent. He's British! Sorry, I ran ahead. I only realized it now, but it's so British. Oh, Jesus, I have to be British now. Oh, everybody, I'm so sorry. I didn't expect to be British. Welcome to North Haven, England, where quite literally everyone talks like this. Oh, so that's where we are? She looks around, taking in her surroundings for the first time. She's not sure how she got here. But it doesn't matter anymore, does it? She's here now. You're not from here. What gave it away? Your accent? Are you American? When it's convenient. Suppose it doesn't matter where you came from, you still fit perfectly with the other bloodthirsty freaks in the city. Ha! You amuse me. I definitely can't kill you now. Why not? Why, you almost sound disappointed. Of course not. It's hard to switch between accents. But it doesn't matter what I want, you should do it anyway. Why? Because we can't both walk away from this, it doesn't work that way. Says who? He rolls his eyes. How about this? If you don't kill me first, I'm going to stab you in the back as you walk away. With that silly little kitchen knife? I've seen babies with stronger grips on their toys than you've got on that. His grip loosens. Oh. How's my audio? It's pretty okay. Pretty solidly fine. Meanwhile, I could kill you with minimal effort, right here, right now. I could snap your skinny little neck with my bare hands and not even break a sweat. Only, that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I don't kill as often as you may think, so I like to take pleasure in it when I do. How is the audio, by the way? I'm worried the audio is a little wonky. I keep adjusting. It's probably fine. I'm probably fine. It's always fine. It's literally always fine. I'd make it slow. Slice your neck, but keep the cut shallow enough that I have to suck the blood out. I prefer to drink straight from the tap, you see. More intimate that way. She gets me! She gets me! Oh, she gets me. Once I've drained you, I'll dump your corpse behind one of those bins and skip town. By the time someone finds you, I'll be long gone. Nobody will even know I was here. He lowers his knife, averting his eyes to stare at nothing in particular. Do what you want. There's no one left who would even care enough to try to find me anyway. She recognizes the frustration in his eyes all too well. She's seen it countless times in her own reflection. Monsters took someone from him, just like a monster once took someone from her. I'm leaning forward quite a bit. Hold on, let me recalibrate really quick. Okay. Okay. Well, no one will have to. As I keep saying, I'm not going to kill you. Oops. Okay. He hurries to object, but she lifts a finger and that's enough to shut him up. And you can't kill me. You're bold, I will give you that, but I don't think you could even kill the weakest of us. You're not strong enough, and that's not an insult or a slight against your ego or an attempt at undermining you. It is simply a fact. You are too weak. Don't you think you're underestimating me a little too much? No, I see you exactly as you are. You're no threat to me. You're no threat to anyone. You want revenge, but for whatever reason, you can't kill the one you actually want dead, so you poured all your resentment into the first vampire you could find. Me, apparently. Maybe you thought I'd be an easy kill. Maybe you really thought you could do it. But if I had to guess, I think you knew you would fail. I think you wanted to die. I imagine you've changed your mind by now. Staring death in the face, you're no longer so tough. Headbat! Woo! Oh, why am I frozen? Hello? Why am I frozen? Oh no! What happened? Whoa! What happened? Why am I frozen? What the heck? Rip model, yeah, what the heck? Oh no! Uh-oh. Oh, the app is crashing. What the flip? Oh no, okay, wait, hold on. Interesting. Interesting. It's thinking about coming back. It's thinking. Oh, please, not in my vampire stream. Whoa. Hi. Whoa. Okay, it's thinking. It's thinking, everybody. Oh my goodness. Oh, please, let me calibrate. Oh, okay. 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 There we go. Okay. And then I am... All right. Back to business. Okay. Still, your pride prevails. Even if anything I just said happened to be the truth, you'd never admit to it. Would you? He drops the knife on the ground and Cirque knows she has got him. He's not weak because he feels fear or because he looks at her like she's a person deserving of empathy, or worse, sympathy. He's weak because he was born that way. Cirque was much stronger when she met the one who made her. Her maker had spent an eternity mastering the art of pretending to be something he'd never be again. Yet, when she'd laid eyes on him, she'd still seen what he really was. A monster. Ooh! And even knowing that, she'd still lost to him. She'd still been too weak. Not anymore, though. If you'd like, I could teach you. Seeing his confusion, she elaborates. How to kill vampires, I mean. You would teach me how to kill your own kind? Yeah, why not? No matter how much of an idiot you think I am, surely you don't think I'd believe that's a genuine offer. Your kind prey on the weak, but you're loyal to your own. Even I know that much. He's not wrong. Contrary to popular belief, most vampires are social creatures. They thrive when they are together. In theory, at least. Reality is more complicated. It's frowned upon, I know, but I don't mind offending people. As a matter of fact, it might just be my favorite pastime. So, it's not just me. You're insufferable with everyone. How dare you? But yes. Yes, I am. She offers her hand with a smile far too dangerous for anyone sensible to trust. What do you say? Do we have a deal? Only an idiot would strike a deal with the devil like you. Or someone moderately desperate. A moderately desperate idiot, then. Sighing, he takes her hand. She bites back a grin. Before I forget, what's your name? Edgar James Thorne? That sounds so pretentious. I'm just gonna call you Eddie, okay? If you must. Oh, what about you? What's your name? If I told you, would you even use it? Well, yes. That's what people do, isn't it? Call each other by one another's names? It's been a while since anyone has used her name, but she supposes it would be rude to withhold it from him now. They call me Cirque. Am I pronouncing this right? Cirque. C-I-R-C-E. Am I? That feels wrong. What is... Hold on. Google! Circe. They call me Circe. So may you. His grip on her hand tightens. I want to ask you something, Sass. Yes? When you've taught me all that you can, what's going to stop me from killing you? She allows herself that grin now, showing him all her teeth. Nothing but your own compassion. North Haven, 1986. Finding... Wait, I can click on thing. Oh, nice. Okay. Elysium. Founded by the vampire Lazarus back in the 70s, Elysium is an underground music club, as well as the only sanctuary in all of North Haven. Lazarus created Elysium to provide the local vampires with a steady supply of clean, fresh blood. Local authorities generally allow Elysium to deal with any conflict internally, as long as their businesses continues to keep vampire-related crime off the streets. Various spells and other magic tricks are used to keep Elysium's exact location a secret from anyone who hasn't received an invitation. Other local supernaturals know the club is somewhere underground, and a little else, okay? Maker. The creator of another vampire. It is the duty of the vampire's creator to mentor their apprentice, but this tradition isn't always followed by the clanless. Vampires abandoned by their creators are often at a disadvantage in the world, especially vampiric society. Okay. The dark doesn't bother Circe the way it might others. Even if it did, she's navigated these tunnels enough times to remember each step. It's getting inside that possesses some trouble. It wasn't always such a hassle. Circe was once a regular at Elysium, cautiously welcomed by its patrons because of her relationship with Lazarus. Alright, tell me about Lazarus. The founder of Elysium, Lazarus is a gifted vampire, but the specifics of his powers are an open secret few dare to mention to his face. Despite his penchant for dramatics and his infamous reputation as a hedonistic drunkard, Lazarus is still deeply beloved by his patrons who teasingly refer to him as their prince. Lazarus also happens to be the only boyfriend Circe has ever had. Okay. When their tumultuous relationship ended some years ago, Lazarus didn't take it very well and indefinitely banned Circe from Elysium. Rumor has it that the two have been acquainted since long before they ever stepped foot in North Haven. Monikers Prince of Elysium, Laz, asshole, dickhead, etc., etc. Okay. It's been 6 or so years now since she'd been warned to never show her face here again. Of course, that flimsy ban has never stopped her before, nor will it stop her tonight. The bouncer standing guard cuts straight to the point. Since you managed to find your way here, I take it you've got an invite? It's not a question. Lazarus paid a pretty penny for the spells that ensure only those with an invitation will ever reach Elysium. Fortunately for Circe, no one remembered to amend those spells when she was banned. You don't recognize me. Should I? Yes. But given that she doesn't recognize him either, he's probably new. Lucky me. What do they call you? You might not recognize her, but he'll definitely have been warned of her name. She thinks quickly. Donna. It's not gonna be on the list, but it doesn't need to be. That's what her talent is for. Okay, tell me. Talents and gifts. Gifts are innate powers passed down from generation to generation through vampiric bloodlines. The further away you are from the primordials, the original line of vampires, the weaker your gift will be. Most modern vampires do not have a gift, making it a symbol of status to have one, even though some gifts might arguably be more of a curse than a blessing. Talents are the abilities nearly any vampire can learn, but only if the ability is taught to them by another vampire. Different clans have hoarded different talents over several generations. They're very defensive of the ones they have collected, determined to protect their secrets from other clans and vampires. Okay. Donna. He flips through the guest list till he hits the bottom of the last page. Yeah, no Donna. He takes a more aggressive stance, but it's all bravado. He reeks of insecurity. She will gladly exploit that. Oh! It's been a while. He might be arrested. Okay. Oh, we gotta seduce this man. Oh, he's gonna crumble. Alright, so yeah. No, that's not the right strategy for this one. Oopsie. Seduction might be a personal favorite of hers, but the method is a hit or miss when it comes to other vampires. Most vamps don't share her appetite for casual sex. Okay. Most simply, can't be bothered without enough blood in your system. It gets quite dead down there. Oh, okay. I should intimidate him or persuade him. Okay. Persuade him. Ha! Well, of course I'm not on that list. I'm not one of your every night patrons. I've been personally invited by your boss. Bata shuffles his feet, red eyes running over her form. When Circe smiles, he nervously smiles back. You're certainly his type. Still, I can't let you in on your word alone. If you wait here, I'll quickly confirm with Nisha. Circe rests a hand on his bare forearm, leaning forward with a dangerous grin. You should trust me. I have no reason to lie to you. Right. That was easy. Compulsion isn't mind control. She can't force people to entirely transgress their own nature. Okay, new word! Vampiric ability that allows one to induce others to follow their will. Depending on the vampire's strength and the strength of weakness of the target's willpower, the vampire could theoretically convince the target to act or think any way they want. The effect is temporary but consistent. Long-term exposure to compulsion may cause permanent personality or behavioral changes. Okay. Out of all the vampiric talents, compulsion might be the most powerful as well as one of the most easily abused. Clans carefully hoard the ability, only allowing their eldest members to learn and protect it. In the hands of the most practiced vampires, compulsion might be one of the closest powers to mind control. However, this kind of prowess demands a natural inclination, as well as decades, if not centuries, of study. Okay. It simply sways people in certain directions. Different methods, seduction, intimidation, persuasion, work on different people. The weaker their will, the farther she can push them. With enough practice and the right target, you could convince someone to do almost anything. Now, may I come in? What? Oh, yeah, of course you can. He shakes his head, still in a daze, and steps aside. Sorry about that. We'll get it sorted with Nisha, so you're on the list next time. How sweet of you. And just like that, she's in. Elysium. Ooh! The only sanctuary in the city for creatures of the night. Since the 70s, Elysium's been an Epicurean haven for vamps to gather and feast without repercussions. Donors, that's what they call humans, selling their blood here. Okay. How vampires at Elysium are certain human staff who consensually donates blood to them. Some donors do it for the money or in the hopes of one day becoming vampires themselves, but most of them simply find it to be a pleasurable experience. Some of them are natural masochists, taking pleasure in being fed on. Others are only here to make some good money. Most are here for both, and a select few loonies come here with dreams of one day becoming vampires themselves. Fang! But to my knowledge, few, if any, have yet had the honor of experiencing the change. The act of a vampire bestowing vampirism upon a mortal, those who have experienced it themselves say it is both the most pleasurable and painful experience one could ever have. Like a newborn, fledglings only have two immediate desires: to be embraced by their maker and to feed the hunger, alternatively known as the first death. It's nearly been a year since Circe last set foot in Elysium. One quick look around promptly reminds her why she's been avoiding the hellhole. Nothing's changed. Everything's exactly the same. Circe inhales her stale lungs, breathing in the irresistible saccharine scent of blood. The familiarity should comfort her in a city that's rapidly changing, more so now than ever. Elysium's been one of her only constants. But it gets so damn boring. Among the 40 to 50-something vamps who permanently reside in North Haven, Circe can count on one hand which ones aren't regulars at Elysium. City somewhere in England, North Haven's hectic nightlife has attracted substantial supernatural population hoping to hide in plain sight amongst the crime and chaos. They're a tight-knit group who come here night after night to dance, drink, and smooch. As for what brings Circe herself here tonight, the same reason she always comes to Elysium. She's looking for someone. Let's see. She double-checks the picture the client provided. It's an old photograph, a blonde guy. Cute enough if you're in his age group, with baby blue eyes and a smile that's up to no good. But basically, I'm looking for a less alive version of this guy. Cool. She scans the dance floor for a mop of blonde curls, but there's no one. She scans the dance floor for a mop of blonde curls, but there's no one. Either our intel was off and he's not here yet, or like most of us, he's taken on a new look at his new life. It's annoying they don't have a more recent picture, but this is what the client offered, and Edgar couldn't find anything more recent. For now, she should find someone who might have a better idea of where she can find him. Ooh, question is, should I find Nisha or Lazarus for that? Okay. Lazarus is her ex, and that seems annoying. Nisha. Lazarus may have found Elysium, but it's his right hand who runs the place. As a human, Nisha hadn't been a popular choice for the job. She fought hard to learn the patron's respect. Now everyone, human or vampire in Elysium, turns to Nisha when they've got a problem. Wait, am I pronouncing that right? Elysium. Elysium? Elysium. Elysium! Anyone who messes with Elysium's equilibrium will also have to answer to her wrath. I'll have to talk to her if I want to get anything done. Knowing the urge to make the objectively worst decision, Circe goes looking for Nisha. It doesn't take long to find her. She's at her favorite spot, leaned back against the bar, a cig hanging haphazardly from her red lips. The way her eyes curve in amusement when she spots Circe says more than words ever could. Is that who I think it is? Welcome back from the dead, babe. I wouldn't call Nisha a friend, but we do get along. Helps that Nisha's a businesswoman, though her loyalties will always be to Lazarus and Elysium. Nisha appreciates making a little extra on the side when she can. Only instead of selling her own blood, she sells information. That makes her more valuable to Circe than any donor ever could be. Missed me? I guess it does get pretty dead around here without you, no pun intended. She puts out her cig on the bar counter. Where have you been this past... Shit, has it been a year already? Let's tell the truth. Knowing how Nisha's obviously been keeping tabs on her after all, it's her job to track potential patrons and threats. Circe selects to play nonchalant. Been lazy lately. Asked Eddie to accept fewer cases for a while. That's a shame. Thought you were one of the lucky few to actually enjoy your job. So did I. I take it you still enjoy yours. Most nights. Anyway, who said you're only allowed to break the ban when you've got shit to do? Could just show up here for fun. A couple of years ago, Circe might have agreed with her. But now, messing with Lazarus and his ridiculous ban just isn't as fun as it used to be. Maybe because I've been doing it for 6 years straight? Honestly, the bigger surprise is that I didn't get bored of it sooner. I have to blow my nose. Hold on, everybody. Ugh, my throat is annoying me. Should you really be encouraging me to break the rules? Probably not, but who's gonna tell? Nisha tips her head towards the bar. How about a drink before you share what brings you here? My treat. I'm good. You're turning down a free drink? I'm not thirsty. Nisha smiles like she doesn't believe her, and she would be right not to. The thirst is never fully satiated. Fortunately, Nisha's a lot more respectful of boundaries than Circe has ever been, so she knows not to push it. You don't mind if I make myself one, do you? Be my guest. Nisha slips behind the counter, playfully hip-checking the bartender on service to make more space for her. The bartender shakes their head at her with a small smile. Nisha, trying to steal my job again? Work harder and I won't be able to. Who's this? Oh, right, Jude, meet Circe. Circe, this is, okay. Young vampire who works at Elysium. Jude mostly bartends these nights, but they also work as one of Nisha's many ears inside and outside the Elysium. Before Jude became a vampire, they used to be a donor. Actually, I don't think I care. But you just ask. You know what? Never mind. Jude looks more amused than offended. So, you're the one they call Circe. Weren't you banned here forever? No one actually cares about that, except maybe Lazarus, depending on his mood. Then why do you continue to make it a pain in the ass for me every time I visit? Doesn't matter, you always find a way in, don't you? No thanks to you. Circe eyes Jude, who's watching their interaction with strange interest. You're new. Sort of. Jude, you said? Yeah, like the song. Their skin can't flush, but they still look bashful. Like the song. Circe's attention returns to Nisha. Why are there so many new faces? First the bouncer, and now this one. Jude isn't new. They worked here for quite a while now. Used to be a donor, actually. Circe doesn't bother hiding her surprise. Lazarus actually changed one of them? No, not Lazarus. Not directly, at least. Another vampire passing through town, lost control of his hunger, drank too much, you know how it goes. First, the insatiable desire of vampire status, failing to keep one's hunger in check leads lethal consequences and alternative terms of thirst. Okay. Nice, nice. Lazarus made him change me. Nisha's frowning, but then she notices Circe watching her and fakes a smile. He saved their life. He really did. More like he ruined it. You wouldn't have been in that situation in the first place if Lazarus hadn't hired you. What happened to the one who made you? Nisha answers for them again. Oh, he's dead. Like, dead. Good riddance. I suppose congratulations are in order, Jude. You survived your fangling year. Slang term used to refer to newborn vampires. After a year has passed, given that the vampire didn't get themselves killed one way or another, one will no longer be considered a fangling. It was an interesting experience. Your first year after the change is never easy, but under the right guidance, it's manageable. Jude may have not had their maker by their side, but the Elysium vamps still look out for each other, as long as it's convenient. It's nice to meet you here, at least. Lazarus talks about you so much. I always felt like I already knew you. Oh yeah? What's he been saying? Nothing nice. The other night, he went on a rant about you for hours. Said that in almost 200 years of unlife, you're the worst bat he's ever met. Dang! Alright, hold on. Gotta blow me nose. Lazarus needs to practice his insults if that's the best he's got. I'm disappointed. Oh, he said far worse. Just didn't think it polite to repeat. That's just how he expresses his affection. He's a sentimental soul. I think that's enough shit stirring for one night, Jude. Back to work? Yes, ma'am. Jude spares Circe one last glance and a brief smile. And then it's only her and Nisha again. Nice kid. They're older than you in mortal years. Like I said, nice kid. Nisha's eyes never leave the drink she's mixing, but Circe still feels watched. So, if you're not here to keep me company, why are you here? I'm looking for someone. You'll have to be a little more specific. Circe holds up the target's photo for Nisha to see. He's a fangling. I don't know what they call him, but our client says he's been lurking around Elysium the last couple of nights. I'm hoping I'll find him here tonight, too. Nisha isn't even looking. Circe pushes. Recognize him? No one sets foot inside Elysium without Nisha knowing. Nisha knows Circe knows that, which is why they both know it's total bullshit when Nisha barely glances at the picture before she shrugs. Boys like that are a penny in North Haven. What makes you think I would remember? Here we go. Unless you've got something to help remind me. You only get greedier and greedier. Thankfully, greed is easy to work with. Circe slides a few pounds over the counter. Nisha is quick to tuck it away inside her pocket. Suddenly, she's got a bounty of information to share. They call him Seth, and your intel's not wrong. He's a fangling and a fairly fresh one, too. Maybe a couple weeks dead, give or take. Seth. Fangling who showed up in North Haven recently? Okay. He has no one. Whoever made him, they're no longer in the picture, which doesn't spell great odds for him in this world. He's only been here twice before, but he should be here tonight, unless he's too scared. Why would he be scared? He's been on trial so far. If he wants to stay on the list, he needs to start paying. But without a job or someone to sponsor his undead life, well, let's just say his options for gathering enough money aren't exactly legal. Not that we care how he earns his keep, as long as it doesn't bring us any unwanted attention. Though, now that you're after him, I guess I can forget about all that. He definitely won't be able to pay after you're done with him. I'd say I'm sorry, but you're not. I know. Nisha strains her drink into a chilled martini glass. Can I ask what he did? I'm sure you already know. Why pretend you don't? Nisha sips her drink. Circe waits. I let you do this. I don't need your permission. Nisha rolls her eyes. Fine, you're right. I do know Seth's a piece of shit and doesn't deserve to exist. But most of Elysium's clientele, including yourself once upon a time, are pieces of shit who should be dead. That doesn't mean you can kill all of them. Oh my gosh, my throat was rasping so bad. Let me get a drink. I might need to make myself a cup of tea. I'm only allowing it this time because Seth isn't a regular piece of shit. He's a piece of shit whose body count is gonna lead the pigs to our doors. And I really, really, really don't want to see Orion's holier-than-thou mug more than I absolutely have to. Who is this? An inspector in the Supernatural Crime Division, making him Dante and Raoul's superior officer. Despite being a vampire, Orion has a human family. Both his wife and daughter are aware of his identity and job. Officially, Orion's daughter, Alice, is adopted, not his biological child. Vampires shouldn't be able to have children, making Alice a miracle that she has to be kept secret. Her identity gets out and might catch the attention of questionable people. Perhaps it is because of the similarity that Orion finds it difficult not to constantly worry about Dante. Okay. So, whatever you plan on doing to Seth, spare me the gory details. The less I know, the better for us both. Go ahead. Just don't do it anywhere near Elysium. We have a zero tolerance policy towards violence between vamps here, in case you forgot. How's that going for you, by the way? Just asking, since your zero tolerance policy towards me is hardly being enforced. You're already banned. What are we supposed to do, ban you again? You could unban me if you're not going to put any real effort into keeping me out. Nisha attempts a wary smile, but ends up sighing instead. You act like it was my decision. Oh, right, I almost forgot. No matter how much you like to pretend otherwise, you're still Laz's little minion. Fuck off. You don't even like it here, babe. Every time you come, all you do is complain, complain, complain. And you should know better than to take this personally. You dated him, you know what Lazarus is like. Love and hate, romance and violence, making love and fucking, it's all the same to that beautiful messed up mind of his. Another sip of her drink. For what it's worth, he really does miss you. Meanwhile, I couldn't be happier to be rid of him. Sure. Nisha sighs again, more amused than annoyed this time. Is it because your kind has too much time on your hands that you waste so much of it? I guess you'll find out on your own, assuming things go the way you want them to. Nisha drops the grin. She wants to be one of them. She's never dared say it aloud. At least not to Circe, but it's obvious to anyone who pays enough attention. Now, personally, I would never wish the change upon anyone, not even my worst enemy. But every now and then, I'll meet someone who thrives in the night. Someone who might as well have been born to be one of us. Nisha's exactly like that. Circe will never change her, and unless Lazarus permits it, neither will any of the other vampires that hang around Elysium. Nisha's only chance is Lazarus. We'll see how that turns out for her. Speaking from experience, he loves to disappoint. Back to the Fangling. Will you keep an eye out for him, please? Pretty please. All right, all right. I'll even send him your way if I see him. In return, you'll make sure he's dealt with far away from here. Deal? Sure. I'm serious, Circe, unless you want Lazarus to learn of our little partnership. Circe couldn't care less if Lazarus learns that Nisha's been working with her detective agency for years now. Ooh! The drama! It's not her who's going to get in trouble, it'll be Nisha, his right hand, who gave away intel on his clients at his club. But it'd be inconvenient to lose our best informant. Also, Eddie would nag about it for nights. Ooh. My nose is stuffy. Ugh. Ugh, I might need to make a tea. My throat. That's all I ask. Okay, nice. Not much time passes before one of Elysium's goons notifies Circe of the Fangling's arrival. Looks like Nisha's fulfilled her end of the bargain. Now it's Circe's turn. Moments later, Circe finds Seth loitering near the stage. She was right to assume that he's changed since the photograph. He's at least a few years older, though, still young enough to just have graduated university. He shaved off the baby fat and grown a mediocre mustache, but the cheeky smile he shoots her way is identical to the one in the picture. For a split second, Circe hesitates. He still looks so young, so full of life, even in death. And she remembers what he's done. She remembers the women he's hurt. She remembers he deserves this. Hey. He's grinning from ear to ear, a little too brightly for someone who's supposed to be dead, as she closes in. Well, hello there, what do they call you? Doesn't matter. You're welcome to call me whatever you want. Really? Typical of a Fangling, Seth is a slave to his own impulses. Perhaps he's merely deferring to her as an older vampire, or he simply can't help his excitement at a woman showing interest in him first. Either way, she smiles, deciding there's no point in wasting time. Seduction has always come easiest for her. You should come somewhere with me, somewhere more private. Seth lunges at the opportunity without reservation. Sure, when? Can I go anytime now? Where to? She hides her disgust behind a well-timed giggle. Come with me. She slips a hand into his and guides the overly eager vamp through the crowd. The bouncer who almost didn't let her in earlier still guards the entrance. He doesn't say anything when he sees them, simply watching as they disappear down the dark tunnel. When they get out of the tunnels, Circe leads Seth through the streets with confidence, knowing exactly where to bring him. That's where I met Eddie for the first time, 20 years ago. Wow! I spared his life that night, but I've ended many lives there since to make up for it. Seth doesn't shut up once. I've never been with a vamp before. Is it better than sex with humans? Shouldn't we get some blood first? He enjoys the sound of his own voice too much. Not even once does he question her silence. Circe stops at the end of a dingy alley, far away from enough from Elysium to maintain her end of the deal. Seth looks around with a frown. You want to do this here? Wouldn't a nice girl like you for a hotel? Not a girl. Seth's jaw drops stupidly. You mean, I was referring to my age. Oh, yeah, course not. I'm sure you're experienced. Anyway, I'd invite you back to mine, but I, don't have a place yet. Just rolled into North Haven the other night, still getting my shit sorted out. She ignores him, letting him laugh nervously to himself while she looks around, checking there's no junkies or creeps hiding around the corner. Seems it's just the two of us here. And he's back to being excited. Oh, you dirty girl. You got a kink for doing it outside, yeah? Ew. You picked a great spot then. No way anyone will find us here. As long as we're on the same page. She lunges for him, grabbing him by the throat and shoving him up against the wall. Gah! He doesn't need air to survive, but he's forgotten that in his panic. He gasps desperately, clawing at the hand wrapped tight around his neck. Circe stares into his eyes the entire time. She doesn't want to miss the moment the fight leaves him. The moment he realizes he doesn't stand a chance. She's older. She's stronger. She's going to kill him. She's going to fucking kill him. Please. She only notices he's crying when a stray tear hits her skin. Typical. When threats don't work, they always resort to begging. Please don't. Please, I don't know what I've done to piss you off, but She can feel the joy seeping out of her as Seth's crying grows louder. She forgot how annoying it can be to kill fanglings. Okay, I have to take a drink of water. They're too sensitive. Whether it's pain or pleasure, they feel everything too strongly. That's why they don't last long without an older vampire to guide them in their first year. Leave them to their own antics and they'll fuck like rabbits and die like cattle. Why are you doing this to me? Quit wailing and I'll get to that part. It's a little hard not to wail when you're about to kill me, but sure, I'll be bloody quiet. She lifts her chin, daring him to speak another word. I'm waiting. Perfect. Listen, I think we both can agree you've been stupid. Least you could have done is be more careful with where you take your meals, not eaten as many sheep from the same pen. Then maybe no one would have noticed. But no. On top of that, you were childish enough to play with your food and leave evidence behind. She sees the exact moment her words start to seep into his dumb little brain. The games you like weren't very fun for your playmates, were they? Of course, you liked that they didn't like it. Didn't you? That's what this is about. They were fucking into it. And you talk like I've been touching them. I haven't. I never said that. I'm not sick. My mom taught me better. I see, so she warned you not to stick your dick where it's unwanted, but she forgot to tell you not to eat people? Don't bother denying it. You torture them, Seth. You snack on their flesh while they still breathe. So what if I like to steal a bite? Their blood is good enough to drink, but their flesh is too dirty for us. Every vampire's tried meat once. Yes, even you. I bloody know you have. And like I already told you, they fucking enjoyed it. Fingers twitch, his grip on his throat, threatening to tighten. Did they tell you that before or after you drained and defiled them? I'd ask them personally, but last I checked, the dead don't talk. Well, with the exception of us. Why does that even matter? Aren't we the same? Aren't we? Then you should know it isn't fair to judge me. We're fucking vampires, apex predators, top of the food chain. Who cares what happens to the cattle? God, can you get any more cliche? See, that's the problem with vampires like yourself. You have no regard for consequences. You think that just because you can, you should. Well, let me clue you in on a little secret. Whoa! She squeezes hard, strangling him. You shouldn't have. Release him. You've got to be kidding me. Release him, I will not repeat myself. There's only one city in this vampire who would dare order Circe around like that. Oh? Abraxas, who are you? Captain of the SSF's North Haven branch, the lone vampire on his team. His agents respect him as a leader, but his loyalty to the SSF has made him unpopular with the local supernaturals. Rumor has it that Abraxas once lived as an aristocrat, and he still owns a mansion somewhere at the outskirts of North Haven. He has declined to comment. This is your final warning, Miss Circe. I strongly recommend you heed it. Oh my god. Woo! Hello, Abraxas! I heard you the first time, Abraxas, but I'm not one of your lapdogs. You should ask nicely if you want me to do something for you. As if playing nice with you has ever done anyone any good. How would you know? You've never tried. You're trying to distract me, but your efforts are in vain. Tonight, I have an even less patience for your antics than usual. Seth is under the protection of the Supernatural Secrecy Force. Okay. The Supernatural Secrecy Force is a privately owned counterterrorism and intelligence agency secretly operating under political and financial support from multiple governments and private individuals. Their key priority is to shield the existence of supernatural world from humans. The SSF offers... Oh, I'm yawning. I need another drink. My throat. Okay. Purely out of childish spite, she considers plucking a hair from Seth's head just to prove a point. He'll grow back in seconds after all. Release him. Let me handle him. Meh, it's not like if this would be my first crime. I've broken at least 2 laws just tonight. This is a serious matter. How serious? I cannot say much. I just know that Seth is our only witness to an important investigation. I am. He is. In her surprise, Circe drops Seth on his behind. Seth scrambles to his feet, running to hide behind Abraxas's imposing frame. It's hard to tell, but beneath that thick jacket, Abraxas is hiding almost 6 feet and 5 inches of lean muscle. Holy shit! This man's tall! If only he'd use all those muscles for something productive, like throwing me around a bedroom. But I digress. Normally, no self-respecting vampire would run into an SSF agent for help, but Seth either doesn't know that or... yeah, no, he definitely has no respect for himself. Follow me. One of my agents is waiting for us around the corner. Hey, where do you think you're going? I'm not done with you. Abraxas answers without a pause. I am. I'm not? I fail to see how that's my problem. Abraxas couldn't look more bored if he tried. It's infuriating how he always carries himself with perfect poise. Even as his shoulders hang heavy with guilt, he thinks no one can see. Thank you for not putting up too much of a fight this time, Miss Circe. I appreciate it when you are willing to collaborate. This guy, I don't know how to explain it. If he's supposed to be like, he calls her Miss Circe, and he's supposed to be an aristocrat. I have a friend, you guys probably know, my friend Chiffon. That is my voice headcanon for this guy. That is my voice headcanon for this man. Unlike the rest of his good-for-nothing squad, Abraxas has never, not even once, flinched in the face of her wrath. But there's always a time for firsts. Collaborate? You want me to show you how I collaborate? Oh my god. Oh my god, she storms up to him. Even in heels, she has to glare up at him, but the height difference has never intimidated her. Ah! This is unnecessary. I could hear you perfectly where you stood. Ooh. Go fuck yourself. Not even a flinch. Very mature. You are more than welcome to waste my time any other night, Miss Circe, just not this one. He tries to sidestep her, but she follows, blocking his path. Don't pretend you're above this. You love arguing with me. That's why you're always in my business, messing with my work. His brows furrow. It's the only hint that her words have affected him in any way. I am not in your business. You're in mine. Right, sure. That's why I stalked you here. Oh, wait. That wasn't me. That was you. Oh, please. I did not stalk you. Then how'd you find us? Coincidence? Coincidence? Seriously? That's the best you could think of? Oh my gosh, my nose. Hold on, I think I need to like eat something to clear my throat. It isn't the first time you have brought prey to this alley. I was in the area, looking for Seth and figured it would be worth a look. So yes, it is nothing more than a coincidence that I found you. He moves to pass her again, but she moves again to block him. Do you even know who you're protecting here? Do you know what this bastard does to his victims? He doesn't just drain them, he tortures them. He deserves worse than death. You're one to talk, you just tried to kill me. Seth pushes out his chest, mimicking Abraxas' stance the best he can. You saw what she did. You saw everything, right, Captain? Quiet. But Seth only gets louder. You did. You saw how this she-devil threatened me. That's attempted murder. What are you waiting for? Do your job and arrest her. Circe doesn't rise to her own defense. There's no need because she sees Abraxas' response coming from a mile off. On what grounds? What? I just told you she tried to murder me. That isn't something the SSF is concerned with. We cannot get involved every time there's a minor squabble between two supernaturals. But... shut it. They trade a peeved glance at the unintentional coordination. After a stony stare, Abraxas is first to break the unintentional first to break the tense silence. You have no authority here, Miss Circe. Now go your way and I'll go mine. The palm of his cold hand ghosts along the small of her back, gently pushing her aside. Then he grabs Seth by the elbow to drag him to the mouth of the alleyway. Hello, welcome in! Circe follows right at their heels. What happens to him after you get what you need? We'll follow protocol and release him. But he's a criminal. Because he's predictable like that, Abraxas just offers her the usual spiel. The SSF is a counterterrorism and intelligence agency. We investigate and neutralize supernatural threats for the greater good of society. We have neither the time nor a reason to chase down all the addicts, muggers, and vandals who haunt these streets. But even if I wanted to do something, we have no case against him. I cannot abuse the law by detaining him without proof of a crime. My word is your proof. Have I ever lied to you before? Many times. But I'm not lying this time. Abraxas pauses, turning to look at her. She meets his assessing stare with confidence. You have proof this vampire has violated supernatural law. You should gather your evidence and report it to the Supernatural Crime Division. Secret Police Division focused on investigating and preventing supernatural crime led by a wizard called Advic. To the public eye, they appear as the Special Crimes Division. I would say criminal. For those that are just joining, also, I was given the opportunity from Foxglove Games to stream the early access demo of this game called Burn the Midnight Oil. As you can tell, it's about vampires. I'm a vampire. Go follow them, on all of their socials. Go check out their Kickstarter. And go wishlist this game on Steam and itch. You can play it yourself. If you don't want to listen to me yapping, I am so excited to play this game. And I'm so happy for the opportunity. I have been geeking out about this for since I got the email. Yeah. Pass the blood chalice. Let's go.
New follower.
New follower. Yippee. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll personally ensure that he gets what he deserves. Now, will you please step aside and let me do my job? She steps back, hiding her fangs between her tightly pressed lips. Ah, the thing I'm fidgeting with fell. Fine. She's not gonna report shit. By the time they get through the backlog to his file, Seth will already have fled the city. She'll surrender him to SSF custody for now. There's no other option, but as soon as he's out of their sight... Pfft. Seth snickers under his breath. Serves you right, you stupid cut. 1 second Seth's taunting her. The next, he's curled up on the floor, clutching his broken nose as he cries out in pain. Oh, shit! Oh, fuck, what was that for? Happened so fast, she almost misses the look of uncharacteristic rage on Abraxas' face. Eee! Mind your tongue in the presence of a lady. Oh my god. Clearing his throat, he actually has the audacity to look sheepish when his eyes meet Circe's. We'll take a detour. The nose will heal before we reach the office. Oh my god. Hope your car crash is on the way. For a split second, she thinks she sees the ghost of a smile grace his lips. Oh my goodness. He's so pretty. He's like not even my type, but he's so pretty. Great, now I'm hallucinating. Good night to you too, Miss Circe. Seems to be a lack of bloodletting for a vampire game. You missed it. You missed the beginning. There was so much blood. He grabs the back of Seth's hoodie, effortlessly lifting him with one arm and carrying him out of the alley. She doesn't watch them leave. She's too pissed to spend another second here. Ah! Sorry. When she's still alone, she transforms and flies into the night. Oh, God bless. I gotta put my chats somewhere else. Put them here. Okay. Circe flies through an open window of her flat. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, God! God, this is the game! Miss Circe, Miss Circe. She transforms just in time to land on her feet inside. Who the hell does he think he is? Whoa! She stalks around the tiny space, tearing off her clothes while cursing Abraxas in every language known to mankind. She's never known anyone more frustrating. Low-key bats are cute animals. They are. She pulls to a stop in front of a mirror so she can adjust her underclothes and check her makeup. But her reflection makes her pause. Sometimes I wish the myths were true and vampires didn't have reflections. When she sees herself in the mirror, she can never resist picking her appearance apart. The red lips painted that color so her mouth would match her eyes. The black hair she frantically restyles with every change of the seasons. The body that stopped aging the year she thinks she turned 22, only a few days short of 23. She tries to carry herself to show she's older than she looks, but staring herself down in the mirror, she can't help feeling hopelessly young. In the near 100 years of her existence, she's reinvented herself dozens of times. So why do I still look so alike the girl I used to be? Wish I could forget her. Every time I see myself, there she is. At least she's beautiful. A small mercy. I'm too old to mope around like this. Circe picks her clothes back up, slipping them back on. It's embarrassing, really, letting Abraxas shake her confidence like this. Huh! She smirks. Back again, I see. She quiets her steps, sneaking around as she searches for the little intruder. Come out, wherever you are. She catches the culprit under a haphazardly discarded bra. Her neighbor's cat. Ellie! How did you manage to escape your owner this time, She pss at Ellie, luring her from her hiding spot. She's not sure the sounds actually make a difference. The cat just seems to really like her. Circe's neighbor's cat. Or why else would you sneak in all the time, She picks the cat up, cradling her in her arms and pressing a kiss to her head. Poor Miss Harris has to be worried sick about you. Wait here, I'll have Eddie take you home. Meow. I'll take that as a yes, ma'am. Good kitty. Downstairs, she finds Edgar hunched over his desk, nose buried in a mountain of paperwork. Human who's worked with Circe for 20 years now. He manages their clients' paperwork and anything else Circe doesn't want to deal with herself. Thorne Investigations is named after him. Alright, Edgar's British. Sorry for the accent, everybody. Ah! Oh my god! Ah! It's Edgar! I have been waiting. I saw him in a tweet ages ago, and it literally is the reason that I applied for this game. Oh my guy. Oh, Abraxas who? Dude, look at him. I have to wait. They gave this game to me for free. I have to be normal. I have to behave, okay. The only sign he is an actual living person, not alien. Okay, what did they say? Okay. Sometimes it's all too easy to forget that Edgar isn't the same boy I met 20 years ago. Edgar is the only I can't even read the words. Edgar is the only human companion she's ever had. She knows their relationship isn't conventional. Vampires don't keep the company of humans they aren't feeding on or sleeping with or planning to change. But Edgar isn't a blood bag or a quick fuck or a toy to her. He's a friend. Perhaps her only friend in this world. When we first met, we looked the same age. Perhaps that's why it feels so strange to watch him grow while I don't. Growing old suits him. Where he used to be cute, he's now handsome. At least in her opinion. Okay, wait, I'm normal. Oh, Jesus Christ. They're gonna watch this VOD. The devs watched someone else's VOD. Devs, if you see this, God, I love Edgar. Christ. Circe crawls over the desk and into his lap. She buries her nose in his collar and inhales. He smells the same as always, like coffee, tobacco, and cheap body wash. I am being physically taken out by him. It's so funny that I was looking at the big, tall, 6'5", muscular, handsome man, and I was like, oh, he's like, I was like totally just like, ah, whatever. Just whatever, you know? Oh, he's not my type, but he's pretty, you know? And I'm like, just, man shows up, and I'm like, okay. Comfortable. She's done this enough times that it barely phases him anymore, which is disappointing. Oh well, just means she has to try a little harder to fluster him. Very comfortable. Glad one of us is. Bored, she slips out of his lap and sits at the edge of his desk instead. You'll never guess what happened again to... Abraxas messed up the job, didn't he? She was talking about Ellie, but being reminded of Abraxas sours her mood. How'd you know? Heard you cursing up a storm upstairs? Ah, right, thin floors. Edgar doesn't ask for details, well aware Circe will supply them regardless. Never takes much for her to go off on another one of her rants about Abraxas and the supernatural secrecy force. They've been a thorn in their operation since the very start. Separate from the Supernatural Crime Division, the SSF are an intelligence agency specialized in so-called counterterrorism. Bluntly speaking, they've been ordered to do whatever it takes to ensure that the existence of supernaturals remains a secret from the larger world. They spy and manipulate the narrative behind the scenes, only stepping forward when an incident grows big enough that it threatens exposure. On occasion, they will even directly eliminate assumed threats. The SSF higher-ups are all mortals, but they send supernaturals like Abraxas to do the dirty field work for them. Many would insist that the SSF are unnecessary evil, but everyone still thinks supernaturals who join up are sellouts. Innocence or guilt matters little to the SSF. Their job is quite literally to brush things under the rug, usually at the expense of non-humans. Cities that have experienced a rise of vampires don't let the SSF anywhere near if they can help it. First, a historical event in which a single or several vampire clans have set up a stronghold in the region. Aside from wizards, these strongholds tend to shun the presence of non-humans. In the past decade, Paris has been Europe's largest vampire stronghold. On the other hand, the British vampire population, once prosperous, has been on the decline for generations. Hold on, I keep sniffling. But in places like North Haven, sorry. It's hard to get all the different non-humans to agree on anything other than not wanting humans to discover us. I'm not surprised they intervened again, but I am surprised they haven't shut Thorn investigations down yet, given our egregious list of violations. Private investigation agencies founded by Circe and Edgar. They accept jobs from humans and supernaturals alike. Occasionally, they even take on contracts to slay vampires. Okay, hold on. My nose is getting snotty. I'm gonna be right back really quick. Really, really quick.
subscriber.
Oh my god, I'm back. Thank you for the new sub. Oh my god, right when I came back. I know I said I'd be right back. I made myself a little cup of tea because Circe's voice talking in my low register sounds hella nice. But Circe's voice kind of do be hurting my throat, so I got a little cup of tea. Thank you for subscribing! Oh my god. My tea is still boiling hot, but the little sips are helping. It's steaming out my glasses. Ugh. I brought my allergy medication with me in case I need it. Okay. I don't like Abraxas any more than you do, but I've got to give it to him. His patience with you has been impressive. Careful, that almost sounded like a compliment. But Edgar's not wrong. Circe should be a major liability in the SSF's books. She's bent or outright broken their rules plenty of times, and yet Abraxas doesn't report half of the stuff he gets up to. My low register doesn't like me after a while. Because of that, he now seems to believe she owes him for some kind of favor. As if I ever asked for his help. You know what? Maybe he fancies you. My colossal ego is inclined to agree, but I don't think that's it. Besides, he's married. But his wife passed away ages ago. And yet, even after all this time, he still hasn't taken off his wedding ring. About 15 years ago, when they'd spoken face to face for the first— Made it home! Yay! Welcome home. Hope you're chilling. Hope you're comfy. Hope you're wearing comfy pants. Comfy clothes. Got a nice snack. Got a nice drink. Thank you for spending your comfy at-home time here with me while we play this visual novel. I'm not usually this formal. It's just because I know that this is like, I was gifted this by the devs. I feel like I need to be formal, but I really I'm having so much fun. And I have my tea and I'm having a great time. I've been eyeing the shit out of this game. I'm so excited. Actually, have I been eyeing the shit out of this game, or have I been eyeing the shit out of Edgar? He was like... I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. My tea is too hot. My tea is too hot. It's vanilla chamomile with honey. Okay. But... I'm so excited to play this game. Edgar, dude, he's everything. He's everything. He's a detective. He's like in his 40s. He looks like that. He's British? Come on. Dude, come on. Come the fuck on. Has there ever been a guy more catered to the Naka type? Good God. Okay, I need to play the game. Okay. At the time, she'd been disappointed, assuming his wife was still alive. She's done a lot of awful things without guilt, but sleeping with married men was something she liked to avoid. In hindsight, she recognizes she dodged a bullet, even if only barely. It's a long time, I suppose. Edgar scratches his nose bridge, giving away how nervous he is. Never fails to amuse her how easy he is to read. Well, that's quite sad, isn't it? He must have loved her very much. Must be painful, missing someone that long. I guess. Circe knows far too well what it feels like to mourn someone you'll never hold again. Doesn't have to mean that you loved them. But Edgar wouldn't be thinking about her experience in this moment. He must be thinking about his sister. On to more fun matters. Remember what day it is? Everything going on tonight, she'd nearly forgotten herself, so she can't say she blames him when Edgar pulls a face that said he definitely doesn't remember. Of course I remember. It's February 19th? 21? First of all, it's March. Is it really? Can never tell when it's raining all year round anyway. It's raining today! The immersion! Oh, fine, I'll tell you. It's our anniversary! Our what? It's been 20 years since the night we first met. Oh. Is that something to celebrate? Pretend to be annoyed or joke about it. I'll joke about it. I don't know about you, but I'm surprised we made it this long. Now that we can agree on. Wasn't one of us supposed to kill the other by now? He says it lightly, but he's is still surprised to get a founder badge 3 years after affiliate. Curious if there's been long breaks. Sorry, I'm drinking extremely hot tea to combat my sore throat. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Burn your throat. Do you mean like long breaks for like in between I've been streaming? Because like there definitely has. My lord! Edgar lights a cig, barely hiding a grin when he shoves it between his lips. Sir smirks back at it. I can't read the words anymore. This kind of banter has long... We're professional. We're professional. This demo was sent to us because we applied. We're a strong content creator. This kind of banter has long been part of their daily routine. She provokes him. He retorts with some snark. They laugh or roll their eyes, rinse and repeat. It had taken a while to get here, of course. When they'd first met, Edgar was so angry with the world, he took everything as an insult. Oh my god, and he hates everything! He's mellowed out over the years, gotten better at reserving his anger for when it's actually warranted. Most of the time. I should let our client know that we didn't get the fangling. Bleh. It's annoying, but I don't have any other option. Their anonymous client was clear in their instructions. Seth must die tonight, or else no reward. With Seth in the SSF's custody, there's no way they can get to him before the sun's up. Ugh. I just realized. We'll have to return the deposit, won't we? It's the right thing to do. Can we afford to do that? Per your request, we've taken fewer jobs as of late, so we're stretched even thinner than usual. I want to feel more secure about keeping the lights on. You could take a few more cases. Or spend less on clothes. Why would I do either of those things when you're always working so hard to make sure we're a month ahead on rent? I've only got so much hair, sis. And I've only got so many dresses. She's so real. I love her. Edgar heaves a sigh. Thought you might say that. I'll just take it out of my own pay then. She nods, pleased with this quick thinking. Anyway, all that can wait until tomorrow. Let's go to the Golden Cat and celebrate our 20th. The Golden Cat. Pub frequented by the Supernaturals. Its name is based on the original owner's cat. Both Circe and Dante frequent Golden Cat after work. Okay. You don't need to use our anniversary as an excuse. We go there every night. But tonight will be special. Drinks on me. Well, technically, it's our rapidly depleting business funds that will be paying, but the sentiment still stands. You sure know how to spoil a bat. So, that's a yes? Yes, yes. Alright, just let me fetch my coat. why do I feel like I'm forgetting something important? Oh. You share a knowing look. I only know one person who knocks like that. You take it. But I always answer the door. Only 'cause you're so good at it. Edgar puts out a cig and walks over to the door, opening it to reveal Mrs. Harris. Edgar, sirs, thank goodness you're still here. Oh, she's British. Everyone's British. Everybody's British here. Also, I'm glad you think it's fun here. That makes me happy. I'm trying my best. I really am. I'm just a little vamp out here trying my best. I'm sure, or maybe you haven't seen, I keep getting ill, falling ill. It's the Victorian woman immune system. It's failing me lately. There's something going on with me currently. I'm okay, obviously, I'm streaming, but like, it's technically the 4th time within 6 months something has happened, and I'm like, just ready for that to not be happening. So, I'm trying my best out here. Despite the circumstances, we prevail. You British, just kidding, they're fine with me. Favorite character in this game so far for you? Dang, do you even have to ask? Okay. I see your point. Just realized you're dual streaming. Neat! Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I feel like people say dual streaming is bad because it ruins your reach, but like, what if someone doesn't have a YouTube? Or like, what if someone doesn't have a Twitch? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, I might as well just like go everywhere, you know? I'll go everywhere. And like, if the numbers aren't high on one, who cares? Just combine them. And yeah, I got my 2 chats. They are kind of funky with how they update though. But yeah. More people say it was great for reach. Yeah, exactly. People will find you. People will find you wherever, you know? I'd rather not limit myself to one. I could also be streaming on TikTok. Honestly, my TikTok has a lot of followers. Just nobody, like, you know. No Twitch, no YouTube support. Get wrecked. Yeah. Got my 2 chats going. Got my little chat down there. YouTube, I think YouTube is the circle below Miss Source, and then Twitch is above my head. Have you noticed that my chat box is a coffin? Woo! Look at that. Whoa, look at my overlay. I wonder who made the overlay. Just kidding, it was me! I make all my stuff. Wow. TikTok is an actual file media. I have 21.7 thousand followers on the talk. I can never delete it. It's the reason that I get opportunities. On the talk. I sound so old. One VTuber who blew up on TikTok, 6K new followers, only a few hundred on Twitch, yeah. Pretty creative chat box idea, heck yeah. Coffin, because I'm bad. Oh my god, and my little chat widgets. Oh my god, I think they're so cute. I think they're so cute. I would try TikTok screening in that case, though the vertical format could be a pain. Yeah, dude, I don't know how to work TikTok vertical format streaming. I don't know how anything works on TikTok. I don't know how I got that many followers. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get good reach on TikTok at all anymore, but like, the follower number is like, dang, I can never delete that. I can never delete that. I feel like it's my little ace. If I'm like, if I gotta like, if I want like a really good opportunity for something, I just deploy the TikTok and they'll be like, oh, that's a lot of followers. Give her the thing. You know what I mean? It's my like, deploy it. You are supposed to be old. It comes with being a vampire. Yeah, but like, I'm not that old compared to some vampires. I'm like, not that old. You know, and like, my birthday is coming up, and like, I'm gonna be closer to, I already am a lot closer to 30 than I am to 20. Dang. Modest pre-hag vampire. Respect. Listen, once I hit the 30, I'm so excited to be like the hag. We're almost there, folks. Mine's in June. I'm over 30. Over 30! Old people! I don't mean to call you old. That's really sad. Sorry. I am in fact a little older than I look and sound. In real life too. In real life too. I'm a vampire in real life. Did you know this? You should know this. Mine's in June. I'm over 30. Okay, gonna move my screen back over here. Okay. Back to the point and clicky click. The game. Can you see my mouse? Wait, can you see? Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Also, happy June birthday! Yippee! Ah, yay! Welcome to the Hag Status Club, coming this year. I'm not turning 30 this year! I'm not turning 30 this year! I'm not. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's the glossary. Okay. I'm still young. I'm still fresh. I'm still hip. Lots of people in real life think that I'm 18 or 19 years old. So as long as people in real life think that I'm solidly 19, we're forever 19, and 'twas for me, miss. Oh. As long as people think that I'm 19 for the rest of my life, we're not old yet. None of us are old. What's something that we all grew up with that like, oh, I asked some 18-year-old girl that I work with if she remembers what yogos and grips were, and she had no idea, and it like hurt me deeply. You guys remember yogos, right? Yeah. My type. My
New subscriber!
New subscriber! Yay, we're all old! My type is usually the mid-30s, but as I find myself approaching the age of 30, slowly but surely, my type age is rising along with it. And I don't know how I feel about that. This guy right here, I think he's like 44. I think. Or 42. He's 42. I'm pretty sure he's 42. Oh, I forgot to read the... Oh, perfect! You can't see Circe at all, okay? But... Anyway, I need to play the game that I was gifted. You can't see, I just threw my arms out like that SpongeBob meme. Batman, Star Wars, Vannacle, SpongeBob, Gundam, Halo is my staples, Warhammer is a new one. Okay, alright, we gotta play the game. We gotta play the vampire game. Alright, Miss Harris, Edgar, Circe, thank goodness you're still here. Miss Harris, our next door neighbor, rushes inside. She's a kind old woman, thankfully never complains about the suspicious people going in and out of the Thorn investigation at all hours. Helps that her eyesight isn't what it used to be. Okay, my tea is getting cold now. I have to put the lid on it. Same goes for her hearing, actually. Oh, I'm so sorry to bother you. I know how busy you are doing your detective work, saving the day and all that, but I can't find my baby anywhere. Keep yapping keeps you forever 19. Or so I heard. Her baby being her cat, Ellie. Ellie! I feel awful bringing this to you at this hour, but would you mind having a look for her? I couldn't sleep knowing she's somewhere out there cold, alone, and lost. Shivering to death, my poor baby! Her wailing's loud enough to wake up the entire building. Edgar starts to sweat. Edgar doesn't look like he's in the mood to go on a cat hunt. Luckily for him, they won't have to. Good news, we already found her. Her bawling immediately stops. You did. Yes, she's upstairs. She is. Edgar guides Miss Harris to the sofa. She sinks into it with relief. Oh, how lucky I am to have the city's finest detectives as my neighbors. It's not that hard to find someone who's hiding inside your own home. Circe retrieves Ellie from upstairs, hesitantly returning her to her owner. Edgar watches the exchange with amusement. He's been nagging for ages that she should just stroll down to the shelter and pick up a cat for her own. Sadly, I lack the confidence to keep something living alive. Oh, thank you, thank you. Miss Harris hugs the cat to her chest. Ellie lets out a not-so-pleased meow. You've saved my baby again. How can I ever repay you two? It's nothing. We're glad to help you anytime, free of charge. Nonsense. I'll bake you biscuits and bring them over tomorrow. Or we're getting cookies. Knowing she wouldn't even be able to eat them and no good could come... No good could come from having Miss Harris lurking around. Unless necessary, Circe tries to tell her. There's really no need. We'd love that. Thank you so much. Seriously? Edgar looks offended. I need like a sip of my drink. I'm always serious about dessert. Very good, Mr. Thorne. It's important for growing boys to eat plenty. A good joke. The only thing Edward's growing is a pitiful beard. Edgar rubs his jaw. And for that, you need plenty of calories. Sure, sure. Circe gently gets Miss Harris up out of her chair and guides her to the door. All the way there, Miss Harris rambles about what she's going to bake tomorrow. Circe almost has to shove her out the door. When it's finally shut behind her, Circe turns to glare at Edgar. What? It would be foolish of me to turn away free food. Anyway, with Miss Harris gone, there's only one thing left to do. Drinks. Drinks. God damn! The golden cat is almost the polar opposite of Elysium. All supernaturals and even a few humans who are in the know come here. Long as you keep your fangs, claws, and wands, whatever you've got to yourself, you're welcome to pop in for a drink. Entering the pub, Circe's eyes immediately hone in on one guest in particular. Oh, look, it's your little friend. Man. Raoul, a local cop with muscles that aren't just for show. He's seated near the bar, nursing a beer in one hand. I don't care about Raoul, I care about Edgar! Dante's partner officer and one of the few humans in the SCD, thanks to his family's connections and knowledge, Raoul got glimpses into the world of supernaturals very early, and his fascination with it has only grown, ultimately resulting in him joining the SCD. Don't call him that. The way you phrase it makes it sound indecent. But he is your friend. Last I checked, your only friend. I have other friends. There's Richard back in my hometown, though I haven't spoken to the Pratt in some time, or even thought about him in a while. And, there's you. We're friends, aren't we? Ah! Oh my god! Oh! Of course. Embarrassed by how much his words mean to her, Circe is quick to change the subject. Oh my goodness gracious. Thankfully, Edgar doesn't seem to mind, looking more than a little flustered himself. By the way, Raoul's, like, gay, right? That's funny, the way she worded it. What makes you say that? He's never responded to any of my flirting. Perhaps he's just not into you? No, he's definitely gay. Oh my god. She only flirts with Raoul to mess with Edgar, but it still surprises her Edgar hasn't noticed his friend's not into women. Is he really so oblivious, or is Raoul just that private? Maybe it's easy for her to tell because she also enjoys the company of her own sex. Wait, you've been flirting with him? Ah! That's what he was mulling over? They walk up to Raoul. Edgar greets him first. Evening, Raoul. Did you get off work early tonight? Edgar and Raoul have an interesting friendship, if you can call it that. They meet up every few weeks, but it's never a planned thing. They'll just sit next to each other and chat over a few drinks, bonding over being humans in a world of supernaturals or whatever. Oh, hello, Edgar. Unfortunately, I'm technically still on the clock. Good to see you as well, Circe. How have you been well? Raoul nods to Circe, acknowledging her too. He's smiling, but she can't tell if it's out of politeness or if he's genuinely happy to see them. Sure. Oh, she's American. Sure. But what about you? Are you here on official business? Anything we should look out for? Well, she takes a look around. Where's your pup, by the way? Rare to see you without him. Barely a moment after he's mentioned, Circe watches Dante, Raoul's police partner, step into the bar. A half-human, half-hellhound who works in the Supernatural Crime Division. Having struck a deal with his boss and late mother's friend, Orion, Dante is unable to resign for the moment. To protect his real identity, Dante pretends to be a werewolf. The only one who knows the truth is Orion, okay? It's the other protagonist! Speak of the devil, it's the other protagonist! Or werewolf, I guess, if we're being technical. Dante looks a little out of sorts, hair sticking up even more than usual. He notices them immediately, but doesn't even spare them as much of a grunt of acknowledgement. Rubbing his arm, he instead stops at the other side of the bar to order a beer. I've always thought of him as a loose cannon waiting to burst, but he looks especially on edge tonight. Something's rattled him. Then again, Dante has never behaved the way you would expect an officer to. Perhaps that's why I mind him less. Is he avoiding us? I think he can hear you. Yes, that was the point. She raises her voice. Perfect timing, Dante! We were just talking about you. What? No, we weren't. You do realize that when you say it like that, you only sound more suspicious. Circe. Raoul rests his chin on his palm, watching the scene with a little too much amusement for her liking. For some reason, Dante seriously freaks Edgar out. Now, this shouldn't be so surprising, because Edgar's been easily scared as long as Circe has known him. Sorry, I have to move around. Get comfy. However, he's especially intimidated by Dante. To his defense, Dante does look like he'd punch your lights out if you look at him the wrong way on the wrong day. But you'd have to be pretty stupid to try something on Eddie while I'm around. In the meantime, Dante has picked up his beer and walked over. He offers a nonchalant wave with his free hand, which is probably as good as a greeting as he'll get from him. Did you forget to brush your hair this morning, or did you run into trouble on your way here? If anyone's picking on you, you can always let me know. I don't like animal abuse. Just ran into Abraxas. Seen him recently. Being reminded of Abraxas' existence again sets a frown on her face. Not really. When Dante smirks, Circe knows he's gotten exactly what he wanted by bringing up Abraxas. I heard he and his agents were snooping around that museum that exploded, interviewing potential witnesses. A museum? An explosion? Could that be related to why Abraxas needed Seth? Guess they'll be wandering all around the city till that's sorted, keeping an eye on things. Ugh. If you haven't run into him yet, I'm sure you will. A lot. His smugness shifts to curiosity. Heard anything about that, though? Put Edgar back on the screen! I'm not sure what you're asking me for. I haven't got a clue what they're up to, and speaking from experience, it's best if it stays that way. Actually, why do you even care? Aren't the SSF and police supposed to stay out of each other's business as much as they can? Unless it's related to whatever the two of you are working on. Raoul wouldn't tell us anything, but maybe you will. You didn't give me the chance to say anything. As if you would have told me the truth if I did. She could have forced him to. If she really wanted to, she could use compulsion on either of them right now, and there wouldn't be much they could do about it. Dante's trickier because he's about as stubborn as one gets, but Raoul's only human. She wouldn't, though, not because she's squeamish about compelling either of them, she's just not curious enough. Still, if Dante will tell her anything, she'll take it. Well, since you asked so nicely... No. You suck. I don't. That's your job. Edgar! Edgar, itching to get away from Dante, interrupts. Okay, well, you two look busy and we're in desperate need of a drink. We'll leave you to it. But... Come on, Sus. You've bothered them enough for tonight. How dare you? I'm perfectly lovely and pleasant to be around. Raoul waves to Edgar. Good to see you too, Edgar. Yeah, cheers. Edgar takes her arm and begrudgingly lets him pull her to another corner of the bar. They now have their usual seats close to the bartender. When they drink a lot, so it's good they have easy access. Okay, I'm gonna take a little sip of what I'm drinking. Okay, my tea is getting cold. I may stop soon. It's getting pretty late. In order to maintain some level of dignity, we've agreed to never discuss exactly how much of our income goes to the Golden Cat. The bartender is swift. In a minute, they have their usuals in front of them, some cocktail for Edgar, and a totally not conspicuous glass of red wine for Circe. So, when are we going to address the elephant in the room? Edgar sips his cocktail, raising a single brown at Circe's question. I'm talking about your addiction to sugar. Aww. I'm so normal. I'm so normal. I'm so normal. It should be criminal to even call that a drink. It's about 1% alcohol and 109% sugar. Not quite sure those numbers add up. Besides, what right do you have to judge anyone's choice of drink when you order the same thing every night? Why waste money on alcohol when it just spoils the taste of what I really want? Thought alcohol enhanced the taste of blood. Actually, I can't believe I've never asked you that before. She knows exactly why he hasn't asked. With each year that passes, Edgar grows more determined to avoid and not acknowledging what she really is. Depends on the vamp, but nothing will ever beat drinking it fresh from the tap. And have you started doing that again? She doesn't miss the regret in his eyes before he averts them. Still, she can't help the irritation she feels at what he's insinuating. Not since I ended things with Lazarus, you know that. Right. But you think that's a lie. I didn't say that. Even if I were doing it, I'm not like that fangling I meant tonight. I have self-control. I'm fully capable of making my own decisions. I don't drink from people who don't want me to, and I certainly don't drain people, so you can stop looking at me like I bit your pasty ass. Edgar's face falls in his hands, but his trembling shoulders do little to conceal his laughter. It's not funny, I'm annoyed with you. I know, I'm sorry. Sorry I'm annoyed? Sorry you said it in the first place. Both? She's grinning now too. And why the laughter? Why'd you have to call me pasty? You know I've been trying really hard to build a tan. You should give up on that. You're only adding to that constellation of freckles on your face. Thought you liked my freckles. I said that. Well, I must have been lying, since I'm apparently lying about everything these days. I need a drink. Oh. He grimaces. Seems he thought she was gonna let that one get swept up under the rug. I'm sorry, Sass. I didn't mean to accuse you. I know you're not like that. I know you wouldn't. It's just hard to forget the shit I've seen, the things I know you're capable of if you weren't held back by own morals. It always comes back to this, huh? Edgar only likes the Circe who stands up against her own kind and looks out for the weak. Not the Circe who lures strangers into her bed and sucks their blood. I don't know how to tell him that I'm both. So I don't... Nothing's holding me back. You make it sound like I'm forced to do this, but I choose to. It's not an easy choice. She's been like that, Fangling. She's been worse, and it was fun. But she doesn't want to know how Edgar will look at her if she confesses that to him. The drama! I understand. Except he doesn't. Therein lies the problem. Edgar clears his throat and puts on a smile that trembles at the corners. We're here to celebrate. We should talk about happier things, shouldn't we? Courtesy of decades of practice, the smile she puts on herself is a lot more convincing. Right. Like your girly choice of drink. We're still on that. Hey, aside from the increased risk of diabetes, I find it cute that you have a sweet tooth. Yeah, I was ready as 42! At 42 years old, being described as cute is no longer very flattering, but... Oh my god, everybody, he's 42. Okay. Shh, wait a second. Presses a finger to his lips and motions to the radio playing on the counter. The news is on. Local authorities have stated a gas leak caused by explosion at Beaumont Museum last night. Beaumont. Private-owned museum, Beaumont's necessarily owned wizard family. Only known living member of the Beaumont family is Renaud Beaumont, who retired decades ago and hasn't been heard of since. Most of its exhibitions are off-limits to humans, but there is a public wing to keep up the appearance of being a normal museum. Besides the public wing, all other exhibitions are only available to visitors upon invitation. Due to a recent incident, the museum is closed until further notice. Okay. Beaumont Museum, that's where Dante said the SSF were digging around, right? The museum's doors will remain closed to the public until repairs on the private wing are complete. Blah, blah, blah. Among the other news, the body of a 23-year-old Jane Stewart was found last night. Earlier this month, Miss Stewart was reported missing. My god, has human news always been this boring? Always the same thing. Someone was robbed, someone was murdered, someone was kidnapped. At least there's an explosion involved this time, but what's the aftermath? Oh my gosh, my throat hurts so bad. Hold on. I feel so bad. I think I have to not talk in the low register anymore. It's hurting me. You don't have to listen to the news to know how terrible the world can be. Just step outside. Bartender, ever been? Edgar and Circe look up at the bartender. What? It's Beaumont Museum. It's owned by one of the greatest wizards of our time. Wizards and witches! A subspecies of humans born with the ability to use their life force as magic. Their substantial life force grants them double, sometimes even triple, the life expectancy of normal humans. They are immune to most human diseases. I need to become a wizard. Although it varies from one wizard to another, no wizard has an unlimited life force. When a wizard has exerted their supply, they must take time to rest and recover, otherwise they may experience magic sickness. Magic sickness is curable in the early stages, but if the wizard continues to ignore the warning signs, they risk never being able to use magic again. In the absolute worst cases, it can even lead to death. Throughout history, wizards have formed several societies ranging from smaller covens to larger communities. Okay. Renowned Beaumont. One of the greatest wizards of the 1990s, supposedly. 1900s, supposedly. No one's actually seen renowned Beaumont in decades. Rumors have it, they say he left all of his research business in the hands of his successor, Simone Beaumont, before disappearing to live. Okay, we've read. Everybody read. My throat is starting to fail. Never heard of him. What makes him so great? Many things. For starters, Circe doesn't bother to listen, focused on twirling her drink around in her glass, but Edgar nods along, genuinely interested for whatever reason. Anyway, he has to be ancient now. He retired from the public eye decades ago. If he's even still alive, it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't know what's happened to his family's museum. And maybe we should set it on fire again and make sure he gets the memo this time. You wouldn't actually, would you? Want to find out? You have an annoying habit of doing the opposite of what I ask you, so no comment. The bartender leaves to serve another customer. Edgar starts patting his pockets. Plucks them all out. Don't hold yourself back on my account. Corner shop should still be open. Sure you don't mind me leaving you alone? He's already climbed to his feet. I think I'll live, or at least not die. Again. I'll be back in no time. And he's gone. Sugar, coffee, cigs. Humans sure have a lot of stupid vices. She stares down at her drink. Not that mine are any better. She sips slowly, letting her eyes roam the room. She's not sure where the compulsion comes from. It's not as if she'll discover anything new. It's always the same old faces. No, wait. She is definitely new. Oh? Woman! Circe meets eyes with a woman at the far end of the pub. Beauty is no stranger to Circe. She's seen it in many faces, many bodies, even a few hearts. This woman isn't just beautiful. She's... The woman smiles. Circe feels compelled to return the smile. Circe returns the smile but looks back down at her drink just as quickly. Not looking to hook up with anyone tonight. But that's a bit presumptuous of her. Maybe the woman is just being nice. Not really looking for nice either. Wait. Circe's head snaps up, but the woman is already gone. Nowhere to be seen. Only in her absence does Circe realize she couldn't detect what the woman was. Well, she means trouble. Want her or forget her? Oh. Want her or forget her? Alright, there's a path that I really want to take, so I'm gonna say forget her. That's likely the last she'll ever see of her. If she ever does show her face again, won't matter. There's nothing special about her, no matter how much Circe might wish there was something. Anything. Only to cure the perpetual boredom eating away at her. Yay! Preoccupied by her thoughts, Circe barely notices Edgar's return. He slips off his jacket and slides back into his seat and gestures for another round of drinks from the bartender. What took you so long? Ran into some trouble. Don't be so stingy with the details. What kind of trouble? He lights a cig, angling his body towards her. Their knees brush but neither move away, used to the lack of personal space. Well... So you see... No, never mind. Are you blushing? Oh my god, you are! Yeah, dude! Oh my god! Okay. Alright, if the devs end up watching my VOD, guys, can I reserve the right to be #1 Edgar fan for like ever and ever? Like, can I crown myself #1 Edgar fan? Like, we've only just met and I would die for this man. God. I know he like doesn't like vampires or like whatever, but we could make it work. This can work. This can work. Not on purpose. Unfortunately, I don't think it's me having this effect on you, so it must be something else. Edgar twists and squirms in his seat. Or someone else. Was asked out on a date. He spits the word out so fast, Sark would have missed it if not for her supernatural hearing. You're messing with me. I wish I was. This is stressing me out. Wait, you said yes? What? Obviously I said no. Why would it be obvious? Was something wrong with her? No, she was pretty and nice and smelled good. Too many details now. Sorry, I just thought she had a nice perfume. Ah! You'd like it, actually. You're only making it weirder. I said no because it would never have worked. She's human. As are you. But I don't live like one. Excuses, excuses. Think about it for a second. I run a supernatural detective agency. How do I explain that to someone outside this business? Not to mention how I'm up all night, asleep most of the day. We can make this work. We can make this work. No sane, normal person would ever want to be with someone like me. Okay. Alright. Okay. You didn't have to say that. Oh, come on. So what if she doesn't fit into your normal schedule? You make time when you're in love. Love. God, I definitely don't have time for that. Not when there's clients to be managed and bills to be paid, and he's perfect. You don't have to work all the time, Eddie. You can take off one night of drinking to get laid. Shh, what if someone hears you? He's so... Oh, come on, you're a grown man. You can't possibly still be embarrassed by the word sex. I'm not. We're in public. Sex, 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 sex. Jesus Christ. Breeding, mating, copulating, fornicating. What is it you Brits say? Shagging. Cersei's cackling like a mad woman while Edgar hisses under his breath. Cess, I am begging you to stop. Edgar looks about ready to explode from embarrassment, anxiously glancing around to make sure no one's heard her. Cersei doesn't have the heart to remind him that they're at a bar for supernaturals. Almost everyone's guaranteed to have overheard. Anyway, wouldn't it be nice to be with someone, even if it's only for the night? Ah! Oh my god, dude! He's so... I cannot. My headphones. I took my headphones off. He's so pretty. I love him. I'm reserving the right as #1 Edgar fan. I love him so much. I love him so much. Edgar laughs, shaking his head more to himself than in response to his words. Oh my god. Ah! My god, yeah. Okay. I got this game as a gift, as a wonderful gift from the devs. I am playing this because I am a lady. And I am composed. Somehow I prefer to be here. With me. Wait, can I like... No, I didn't know if you could like turn off the words for a second. With me? I wouldn't necessarily consider your presence to be an advantage. But yes, I prefer to be here with you. I don't know if you guys saw that. Ceres brings her glass to her lips, hiding a smile to find it. It's a good thing she said no. It's a shame she said no. Oh no! All right, all right, all right. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, all right. It's a shame she said no. Could be like... Damn, it's a real shame she said no to you. Like, you're a real catch. Or it could be like, it's a good thing she said no. He said no. It's a good thing he said no. Selfish, but Cersei's pleased he rejected the stranger. I'd be jealous if he suddenly had less time for us. Okay, 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 okay. Good fucking god. Game of the year. Game of the year. Wait, I have to send the screenshot to my... Okay. The relationship isn't romantic, so it's not like he'd be cheating on her. But she likes their routine. It's the only stable routine she's ever had, and She doesn't want that to change. Besides, he's got a point. It's not like he could still work with her and lead a normal life. I'm glad I kept playing. That's just not how it works. Yeah. Of course, there are people like Raoul and Dante's superior, Orion, who have human families and try to live as normally as possible. But Orion's an anomaly, and with time, vampires like him learn the hard way that rejecting your nature never works in the long run. Edgar's different. He could pack his bags, move cities, and go back to living a normal life whenever he wants. As long as he remained here, though, he'll never be able to pull the wool back over his eyes. God freaking bless. Edgar taps out his cig in the nearest ashtray. Enough about that. Did I miss anything around here? Nope. For some reason, it doesn't feel right to mention the mysterious woman. Maybe because she knows how Edgar worries and she doesn't want him to start. Oh. The bartender slides a new drinks towards them. They clink glasses. To 20 years of this hellish profession. And to 20 more. Okay, this seems like a really good time. In the end, Edgar has too many drinks. He leans on Circe the entire walk back to the flat. She stops when they reach his building. He's never invited her upstairs before, and she doubts it'll be any different tonight. Please! Please! Will you make it upstairs on your own? Why wouldn't I? Pushes off of her and stumbles up the stairs to the entrance. Mark my fucking words, my dude. We're gonna see that bedroom. He almost falls over several times, but by some miracle, he manages to reach the door without breaking any bones. See, he hiccups. I'm perfectly fine. Alright. See you tomorrow night. He waves her goodbye. She waves back. Good night. She waits until he's safely inside the building. Chances are low he'll die on his way up the lift, so Circe begins to stroll back to her own flat. She walks at a leisurely pace, like the threat of the rising sun won't be upon her any moment now. Like her slow pace might delay the inevitable day. I don't know how much longer this is, but it's getting so late. Circe strips down to her underwear. Her one-bedroom flat has no bed, only a sofa, so that's where she lies down. Outside, the sun slowly rises, and the world Circe will never get to be part of again wakes up. She stares up at the ceiling, trying not to think about the growing resentment she feels every time she has to hide away from the sun. I gotta take my big coat off. My big blanket. I didn't always hate daytime. When her common sense returned after her fangling years, Circe had found that the day offered endless opportunities for self-improvement. She read novels, she meditated, she brushed up on her history, learned martial arts, studied different languages, read some more. Slept with all kinds of people, men, women, people who didn't really identify as either. Half the time, she didn't even feed on them. She liked to cuddle in bed afterwards, basking in their heat. When films became a thing, she found herself obsessed with cinema, lived hundreds of different lives through stories of others. But like everything else, it soon got dull, hiding herself in escapism to distract herself from her own thoughts. Lately, she can't be bothered to do much of anything anymore. Is this all there is to eternity? An endless cycle of wanting and no longer wanting, forever falling in and out of love with what once meant the world to you? If she shuts her eyes, she pretends hard enough. She can almost imagine she's dreaming. Where do her dreams bring her today? Y'all, I keep thinking like, all right, I should go to bed, but you know what I'm gonna pick. You know what I'm gonna pick. I am Edgar fan number 1. Eddie's funny when he's drunk. Though most of their nights might end at the Golden Cat, Edgar rarely drinks enough to get wasted. His love of tobacco might send him to an early grave, but at least alcohol poisoning won't. A small comfort. Alright, Abraxas. Ugh. Just picturing that self-righteous face of his irritates her. Nope. Not even worth thinking about for a second. Who was she? More importantly, what was she? Every person has a distinct aura. Some call it life force, some call it the soul. Whatever you'd like to call it, everyone has it. Not everyone can detect it, but Circe's trained to ensure she never misses it. So the fact that she'd missed this one, it unsettles her. It unsettles her very much. She continues to dream. Oh. You already know how this ends. Don't think about him. Don't you dare. You already know how this ends. Against her will, Circe remembers him. Oh! Open your eyes. Look into my eyes. See yourself as you truly are. As you were my cat. No, now is not the time. You're always meant to be. I'm afraid. For us, fear is a choice. Are you serious? She opens, looks like she doesn't see herself. She sees him, and only him. Beautiful. He whispers, reverent. I will never make anything as beautiful as you again. But sire, you did not make me. I did. Spindly fingers caress her skin with such tenderness, she foolishly mistakes it for fondness. I delivered you from death. I rendered you invulnerable to the horrors of time. I captured you in the moment you were the most beautiful you would ever be. Beautiful. Forever. She holds the monster's stare. My eternal companion. Forever. Oh. Sun has set again. But Circe only snaps out of her daydreams when she hears the balcony door open. She doesn't have to get up to guess who's broken into her flat. She'd recognize those steps anywhere. Oh! You'd better have a good reason for this, Abraxas. She stands up to glare at him. His eyes linger on her lack of attire for no longer than what is polite. I apologize for the impromptu visit, but it could not wait. Oh my gosh, I might need to... I don't know how long the demo goes. It's getting so late. Tease him. Why not remove your own clothes if it feels unfair? Do not be unreasonable. It is not a matter of what is fair or what is not. What is appropriate. I'm losing the ability to read. Well, I won't be putting mine on. This is my home and I'm comfortable like this. It wouldn't be courteous for me to be here while you are. He gestures awkwardly, refusing to look at her again. Unprepared for guests. Exactly. Why you should remove yours. Make it even. He must know she's messing with him. She can tell from that angry furrow he's failing to hide between his brows, but he slips off his jacket anyway, hanging it over the side of the sofa. Satisfied. Her eyes linger appreciatively on the way the shirt stretches across his chest. Is it intentional that your shirts are always a size too small for you? If you intend to objectify me, I will be putting my jacket back on. She sighs dramatically. Never any fun, are you? As a vamp, shouldn't you know better than to enter a stranger's home without an invitation? We are not strangers. We're not friends either. Acquaintances? Are you seriously trying to negotiate our level of familiarity? He eyes the balcony he just sneaked in through. I didn't mean to cause you any distress, but I had to make sure no one would know I was here. And you felt that creeping in through the balcony was the most discreet way to accomplish that? I was not creeping. Really. His eyes sweep down her body again. Ahem. Clears his throat and pretends to be distracted by the posters lining her wall. I believe this is my first time seeing your flat. Do you watch a lot of films? Explain why you broke into my damn flat. Sneaked in. Don't be so childish. It's not cute when you're like 200 years old. It's about the case that Seth was witness to. Did you release him already? Of course, we had no reason to hold him after questioning. No reason. I gave you a reason. Yes, I put in a word with the SCD to look into him sooner rather than later. They mentioned they hadn't received any reports from you, however. Oops. I did not come here to talk about Seth. I need a favor. Will you do it? The request surprises her. She studies his face, waiting for the punchline. Well, will you? I can't believe my ears. Great Abraxas is asking for my help. Really? Not make me repeat myself. It was difficult enough the first time. Oh my gosh, my throat. Even if she finds it hard to believe, Abraxas is definitely telling the truth. He barely even relies on his own agents, so for him to come to her of all people for help means he needs something badly enough to swallow his pride. I never expected to see the night. She's already said I'm not doing it, because why would she in her right mind ever help Abraxas? That doesn't mean she's not curious. You're gonna have to share more details before I decide. Have you heard of the incident at the Beaumont Museum? In passing? This must never become public knowledge, but the gas leak was a cover-up coordinated by us at the SSF. Wow. Who could have ever imagined? Magic triggered the explosion. The burst of energy was so powerful that, should our culprit have wished to, they could have destroyed far more than a single wing. At worst, I fear they might have been able to burn down half of North Haven. My agents and I have determined it cannot be a mere accident. This was an intentional attack. I see. Unfortunately, it gets worse. The wing that was destroyed harbored several magic artifacts, one of which is now missing. You should be grateful, Lynn. They could have stolen all of them. I sent my team to clean up the scene and deal with any witnesses. That's when they found the initials JM spray painted on a wall. Whoever or whatever this JM is our only lead. Couldn't you trace the magic from the explosion? Circe knows for a fact that SSF North Haven branch has a very talented witch in their ranks. She even happens to be Abraxas' second in command. We suspect it was caused by the artifact itself, which didn't leave any residue from the user behind. I'm so sleepy, it's like 1 AM. Okay, but why do you want me involved? The SSF regularly collaborates with the supernatural police, but that's it. They've never worked with Thorn investigations. And while Circe is not opposed to a challenge, she's no witch hunter. She knows vampires, knows werewolves, knows demons, but messing with the wrong wizard can have deadly consequences. It's common sense to not get involved in their affairs. We were going to launch a full investigation into JM when we were explicitly told by people higher up the ladder to drop the case. Apparently, an outsider is being sent from somewhere to continue the investigation. I take it that's unusual? Not necessarily. There have been cases we've collaborated with external parties, but the keyword there is collaboration. Never in all the time I have worked with the SSF have I been locked out of a case in this manner. Oh, come on, you've lived long enough to know there's a first for everything. I know. Still, I am suspicious of their intentions. I have no real reason to be, no actual evidence, nothing to work with but a presentiment. But I cannot shake the feeling that something is wrong. Since when do you care? Seth was the only witness? Seth was the only witness. The only witness who might have seen anything of note at least. We interviewed all the others and we learned nothing. Who might have? I thought you brought him in for questioning. We did, however, we were told to drop the case before we could ask him anything worthwhile. Once again, the SSF proved to be embarrassingly incapable. Not our finest work, I know. Since when do you care? But it wasn't any of your business if the law is enforced. I know what you think of me, Miss Circe, but I am not your enemy. The SSF do what we must to protect supernaturals from humans, and them from us. Sometimes that means the occasional casualty on our side. Our side, he says. When has he ever been on our side? Anyhow, given the things you get up to in your own time, I do not think you should be judging anybody else. I'll judge whoever I want, whenever I want. I don't kill vamps out of some sense of moral superiority. I kill them because it's fun and it pays the bills. Maybe that makes me a bit of a bitch. So what? I'm not so, sanctimonious that I need to pretend my actions are morally justified. Are you really so irredeemable when you only kill the bad ones? Don't paint me as some sort of anti-heroine. All vampires are bad, even you, especially me. Same goes for humans, werewolves, witches, you name it. We're all equally capable of bad and good. That's why it means something when we choose to do good. I'm like losing my voice. Abraxas doesn't look surprised by her speech. He may not know the full extent of what Circe used to get up to before North Haven, but unlike Edgar, he can surely imagine. This is Circe on her best behavior. And if you ever have the misfortune of meeting her at her worst, well, good luck. I only target the so-called bad ones because I don't need any more trouble with the law than I already have. Also, if someone's willing to pay to see you dead, not once but twice, you're probably an asshole anyway. Abraxas shakes his head. Okay. Technically, I am not betraying orders. It's not me who's investigating this after all, it is you. You happen to feed some information back to me, then that is simply how it goes. Loophole of the century. You said an artifact was stolen. What exactly was it? I knew I would have told you. I doubt that. I mean it. I know no more beyond the little I have already shared with you. Which is like, nothing. It was hidden in plain sight inside Renaud Beaumont's private collection. We had planned to contact him about it before we were ordered to drop the case. So all we know is that it can make stuff go boom. Not the exact words I would use, but essentially yes. Who's to say that power didn't come from the person wielding the artifact? Abraxas firmly shakes his head like he's already ruled that option out. There are wizards and witches capable of things our mind cannot imagine, but it would be suicide to release a burst of energy that large without assistance. When magic involved, nothing's impossible. I suppose. Still, I would say it's too unlikely to be worth consideration. Circe folds her arms over her chest. I'll help you under one condition. Why are you making that face? You haven't even heard what I have to say yet. Fine, state your terms. It's quite simple. You're so desperate for my help. Beg for it! No. He moves to leave, but she blocks his path. Always so uptight. Let me rethink this. Abraxas just stares, waiting. She takes time, hemming and hawing, simply for the amusement of keeping him in suspense. Oh, alright, I'll do it. His glare softens. Only barely, but enough for her to notice. Thank you. Don't thank me, I'm not doing it for you. Just sounds like a compelling case, far more interesting than anything I've worked on lately. Maybe this is what will fish her out of her slump. Keep her running. Thorn investigations for another 20 years. You'd better pay us, though, and provide a generous tip. Everyone knows Abraxas sits on a monstrous amount of generational wealth from his previous life. Something she might as well use to her advantage here. That can be arranged. Perfect. Now give me a moment to get dressed and I'll get you out of here. There's no need, I have my own way. The balcony again, absolutely not Romeo. His eyes shift to the floor, brows drawing together. He's that conflicted about this? Let's push him. You're a little too old to be scared of getting scolded. It isn't fear which holds me back. Prove it. He frowns and any previous traces of vulnerability are gone. I have nothing to prove to you, but I will use the door if you insist. Get dressed. I do not have all night, neither do you. Just for the attitude, I'll make sure to take my sweet time. My throat is gonna give out. Alright. I feel like the demo is like about to end, but it's almost 1:30 in the morning and my throat, I'm not sure my throat can keep going. We're so close though. I feel like we're so close. I don't know how I should save. Okay. Or is it only chapter 1? I feel like we're almost done chapter 1. My throat is gonna like explode. It's almost 1:30 a.m. I have to go to bed. Alright, whatever. In their office, a freshly shaven Edgar. No! Why? Why would he do that? Made himself comfortable. Why would he shave? Edgar, no! Take that out of your mouth so we can understand. He swallows. Why is he here? Good to see you too, Thorn. Pleasure's all yours, prick. Edgar's nasty glare softens only slightly when his eyes shift to Circe. I repeat, why is he here? And why was he upstairs? And how did he even get in? I've been here over an hour and the door's been shut the entire time. Did he show up during the day? Did you spend all... Before you let your imagination run to places I don't even want to imagine, how about you shut up and let me talk? Alright. Oh my god, my throat. My poor throat. Lie because it's funny. Be honest. Lie because it's funny. You're right, he did spend the day. He did what? I didn't. Abraxas looks to Edgar. I didn't. Denying it twice makes you sound totally guilty. But you know it isn't true. Why must you always make up nonsense? As if I'd believe that anyway. Neither of you could stand each other for that long. Now tell me the truth. What's he doing here? I'm standing right here, Thorn. You could simply ask me. Or I could not. Braxis sneers. In that case, I shall leave the explaining to your boss. Edgar lifts his plate. You're going to piss off now, right? Have a biscuit before you go, fresh from our neighbor. I can't. Oh, that's right, you can't eat. Can, but the taste is repulsive and I cannot properly digest it. Meaning I would have to. Braxis pauses. You're mocking me. Poof. Edgar stuffs a cookie in his mouth. Took you long enough. Braxis focuses on Circe again. Report to me as soon as you find something. You know where to find me. Yes, sir. Edgar lights a cig after Abraxas leaves. She waits for his patience to wear thin. Doesn't take long. Have to drink a drink. My honey tea for my throat. So, he wants us to look into something. She explains everything to Edgar. Same as her, he's baffled that Abraxas would ignore a direct order from his superiors. Doesn't make sense. I know, that's why it's interesting. Some measly initials aren't much of a lead, though. JM could be a person, an organization, or a movement. How would we know? Only one way to find out. Let's split up and check in with our contacts around the city to see if they've heard anything. You know which side is yours? Right. Enjoy your biscuits. I'll head out first. She walks up to the window. She's moments away from transforming when Edgar calls out, Sus. Be careful, please. Worry about yourself, old man. 20 years ago, I was a boy. Today, I'm an old man. Give it another 10 years, I'll be dust and cobwebs in your eyes. It's a compliment. I like older men. It's not a compliment. You have extremely questionable taste. Shut up, Edgar! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't downplay your sex appeal, your creaky knees and back issues. Especially are oh so attractive. Enough, don't you have somewhere to be? Try not to miss me too much. Circe transforms, circling Edgar once before she flies out the window and into the night. Thorn Investigations has established a trusted net of sources around North Haven over the past 2 decades. From small business owners to working girls to regular everyday people oblivious to the supernatural world, you never know who might have the intel you need. But tonight, none of their usuals has anything useful for Circe. No one's heard of the initials before. For her last stop, Circe catches Nisha away from Elysium on her smoke break. Rare to see you 2 nights in a row. Don't get used to it. Wouldn't dare to. Nisha takes a long drag of her cig. She blows the smoke away from Circe. How did it go with the Fangling last night? Oh, she would really prefer to forget the whole thing, but it seems the universe is intent on not letting her. SSF showed up. Nisha rolls her eyes, getting exactly what's happened without Circe having to explain. Another reason Circe appreciates her, they share a dislike of law enforcement. Although, you'd be hard-pressed to find a supernatural in North Haven who doesn't dislike Abraxas. I'll let you know if Seth ever shows his mug around Elysium again, since he couldn't pay his fee last night. He's on the shit list. I mean, technically it was out of his control. We're not meant to know that, so... Thanks, but if he knows what's good for him, he's already left the city. I wouldn't underestimate how stupid that idiot can be. Anyway, you're obviously not here to talk about Seth. What's going on? Have you seen the initials JM anywhere before? Nisha shrugs. No, is that someone important? Another dead end. Don't even know if it's a who or a what yet, but if you hear anything... Nisha taps her imaginary hat to Circe. You'll be the first to know, of course. Thanks. Nisha butts out her cig on the nearest wall. That's all, I should get back inside. Elysium doesn't run itself. Lazarus still leaving all the work to you. He pulls his weight. Sometimes. Kick him in the balls for me when you see him next. I quite like this job, so I will not be doing that, but you have my respect for your commitment to hating him. It's a lifestyle at this point. Ha. Nisha waves her goodbye and disappears inside the abandoned building. Circe sighs and returns to the streets. Let's see if Edgar had better luck. The lights are on when Circe enters the office. Edgar must have gone back first. If you're here already, I guess you didn't find anything worthwhile either. She stops at the doorstep. Oh, you can't be serious. 2 break-ins in 1 night. It's Miss Woman! Edgar's nowhere to be seen. Standing behind his desk is the mystery woman from last night. Finally, Circe can see the woman for what she really is. A witch. A very powerful one, if she was able to conceal her magic like that. There you are. I've been waiting for you. Her eyes leave the streets outside to meet Circe's gaze. They stare at each other for a long beat, neither willing to break eye contact or begin the conversation. Eventually, the woman smiles, impressed for some reason. You have a spine. Quality I respect, as long as one does not mistake it as a suitable replacement for competence. What you were doing right now? The woman laughs. You have a sense of humor as well. That's good. When Circe doesn't move, the woman pushes away from the wall to stand up straight. She's tall in the same way models are. Should be a pointless, ridiculous, inappropriate thought to have in this moment. And yet Circe can't help but feel that there's something unnatural about how bewitching the woman before her is. Apologies and introductions are in order. Which would you like to hear first? Alright. I think I really gotta pause it for now. We can have a part 2 at a later date. My throat cannot take anymore. All right. My throat cannot take anymore. This has been such a fun game. I'm actually loving the shit out of this game. I'm so excited to be able to play this. Holy good God. This game, I'm having a great time. This is awesome. I will recommend this to everybody I know. There will be a part 2. But at least for this stream, thank you, big huge thank you to Foxglove Games for letting me play this early access demo. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. This has been awesome. Also, as per already stated, and I will state forever and ever, go follow their Kickstarter. I will be backing the Kickstarter after this. Go follow their Kickstarter. Go wish this game on Steam. Go wishlist this game on itch. Go follow them on everything. Love this game. This is great. Post a link. I will post a link to everything. Let me grab all their links really quickly. Oh shoot. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, darn. Okay, wait. Let me drop all of their links. Their links are linked in my YouTube, but for you guys, for the Twitch, oh my god. Oh my god, incredible speed, you've done it, thank you. Amazing, amazing, yes, those are their links. Everybody go follow their links everywhere. And then if you want to follow them on Twitter, they also, okay, well, the Twitter didn't copy paste. It's like 1 a.m. Oh, I can't, okay. Raid time? I don't even think anyone I know is awake for raid time right now. Let me go see. Oh my god, I'm so thankful they allowed me to play this game for early access. I have been so excited. This is like, for real, this is like great. What a fun, great opportunity. Thanks, Foxglove Games, love you guys. I need Foxglove Games. I'm declaring it from here on forever that I am Edgar fan #1. This crown, that's what this is for. All right. Let me take a look. See if any. You guys have new people on if you're open to new people. I typically tend to like to raid into friends because I don't know new people and they're scary. But thank you though. Everyone is asleep. So anyway, this has been a great time. My throat is about to crack off and flake into nothingness from all of the 3 hours of reading that I've been doing, but I will definitely be back with this. This was fantastic. I'm having a wonderful time. I'm gonna exit the game now, I think. Yes, I want to quit. Okay. So fun, so super fun. So thank you everybody for sticking for this longer stream. I didn't expect to stream this long. This game, I'm really compelled. I really want to know what's gonna happen, and I really want Edgar. All right, thank you everybody. I hope everybody has a good night or morning or good time zone. I will be back tomorrow. I will be at Star the Astro's Twitch streaming Yuppie Psycho with Star. So I'll be there tomorrow. I can drop Star. Oh my gosh, hold on. I think I'm logged out of Twitch. Like, on my Twitch. Hold on. Forgot your password. That's definitely my password. What the heck? What? Uh-oh. Why is that not my password? Anyway, it won't let me, but... Oh. Had the wrong number. What? I seem to have forgotten my Twitch password. Oopsie. It's too late. It's really late. Anyway, oh my gosh, I like Made my chat go away. Okay. Anyway, I will be on Star the Astros channel with Star tomorrow, and then on Wednesday I will be on the Eclipse YouTube channel. Eclipse, you can just look up Eclipse on YouTube. Maybe our channel will pop up. It does for me at least. Eclipse VT. You know, I will be on the Eclipse YouTube channel hosting an Undertale playthrough over there. So if you want to find me there. And then I'll probably be back with more of this or something else later in the week. Mayhaps. Maybe. But I'll definitely be back eventually. Yeah, this was so fun. Yeah. It's 1 a.m. It's 1:38 a.m. So I'm gonna go the freak to bed. This was great. Thank you everybody for hanging out and watching and for all the new subs and all of the stuff. You guys are the best. All right. Thank you everybody. And goodbye.